Welcome there, traveller. Please, take a seat, grab a drink, and enjoy the Sunday session.
Yeah, like we were in the mansion and just exploring room to room. And by the end of it, exploring room to room, eventually, like, Wick joined up with the other guys and then split off again. They went and spoke with the Burgomaster.
Yep.
Had a confusing conversation with the Burgomaster. Izzy came in and
Guess who
joined
was
them.
involved in that conversation?
How many guesses do I get?
Then Wick went off chasing after the gaunt figure he saw.
Yep.
Chased him into like a secret necromancer room in the attic.
And then went,
Got
and then
slightly
left.
electrocuted.
Got a little electrocuted. Saw creepy dead children.
And then went,
Then went, nah, I'm good.
yeah.
Left.
I'm pretty sure they were just dolls, were they?
I don't think
think
it
stuck
wasn't.
around
It
us.
was dark. It was dark in there.
I'm sure they were dolls. I'm pretty certain they didn't move at all.
I think you said they did move.
Oh, maybe they did move.
Oh, maybe they.
Maybe they didn't.
Maybe.
I have a question. Why is that building not on fire right now?
Because they're currently inside it still.
Everything happened very quickly.
Yeah, and then you ran outside, and basically we were running up at the same time, and then the one-handed guy was like, "Oh, you? I hate you."
Yeah, I got nicked.
Yes.
Jimmy?
And then you guys went into the necromancer room, and that's pretty much where we left it.
Yep.
Well, that's always fun. You
I went in
you guys
there.
had a good time.
I went in there fully prepared to kill the Burgomaster and his two large dogs. And then we
Bloodthirsty is what it
then
is.
we basically
He's a
went.
paladin.
Oh, you have a son. Okay. What's your son been doing recently? Is he evil? Has he gone a bit goth lately and like started cutting himself?
I mean, you didn't say that. That isn't a thing that happened. Though.
We did establish that he's been
we-
listening to my alchemical romance.
Yeah, I think we did discuss. Yeah.
I had to read that back up again because that was my joke, and I wanted to feel good about myself.
That's a good one. I like that.
We were all definitely getting an emo vibe.
But yeah, last session we were playing, and then I actually ran out of space on the iPad because I hadn't cleared out previous recordings. That was partway through a combat encounter which you're not involved in, so we'll wrap that up. And then Narlag will be in the story again.
Partway through, I don't remember any of the combat encounter. Did we just
There
start it, or-
were cats.
You went and started. You ran in blindly to attack the cats.
There were
I have no memory.
There was 5 undead cats.
Creepy. Well, at least you got a paladin there. That's pretty good for it.
Undead's kind of my thing.
But where we left off, YU was using a minor illusion, I believe, to create the image of a small mouse to try and coax one of the cats into a bag.
That sounds like something he would do.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
I'm
he's
not going to
like a
question
Hessian
that.
sack, and he's basically holding in one hand against the floor, and then has this little mouse image running backwards and forwards. And the cat had one of the cats had sort of taken the bait, so to speak. And then YU sort of directs this mouse into the sack, and this cat sort of does the crouch down, the butt wiggle, and then like pounces into the sack, and YU like quickly sort of pulls it up and ties a string around the top edge of the sack, and holds it up. Just like this thing's just like making this horrible sort of shaking motion, and sort of a sickly meowing sound coming from inside. Rather angry too.
Gross.
Next up in the initiative order was Wick.
Wick's good out here.
Wick's good at it.
I don't think I want to go in there. I might
You're
just.
standing out in the sort of the attic proper, where all like the storage of all the.
I'm picturing. I'm also like got my hands up because like Izik's probably got something trained on me. I'm just gonna stand here.
I was the only one fighting, wasn't I?
You charged in. I think you got a bit of a zap, but took minimal damage because
lightning.
And there, so
Oh, hey, you being like a bronze dragon actually came in handy.
Yeah,
The
first
literal
time,
first
first and
time ever.
only time. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, good job, man. Good job.
I mean, I still took damage, but yeah.
okay. The rest of the cats, they're sort of circling around. Two of them are going to go after Yu. Two of them are going to go after the other person in the room.
That's you.
Which is you.
Yeah.
So
That's you.
neither of them hit you. And on Yu, one's a natural 20, the other one's a 1. So the natural 20 is going to hit.
It's about average.
I mean, yeah, that's an average of 10.
Okay,
so-
that 2 damage to Yu. I don't even get to roll, it just literally just does 1 damage. So crit goes to 2.
So we should be
Ulrich.
very afraid of these cats.
The cats.
The cats.
I'm going to start making noises while like hitting them with my lightsaber. That probably doesn't hit.
What's your total?
That's going to get to wait. As soon as this tells me that. Come on. It's being really slow. I'm pretty sure it's a plus 6 or 7, so it'll get to like 10 or 11. It's actually it's a plus 9 apparently.
Okay, that
So
hits then.
13.
That hits then.
When did that turn into a plus 9?
You probably got a plus 2 on your sword.
The sword is a good one.
It's a magical sword.
Do I need to roll damage, or are these things...
No.
Okay. Well, I guess my second attack will hit as well.
So you basically just like boom, slice through the first one. It's just like a slight sizzle, and then like bones just sort of scatter across.
Well,
the
they're
ground.
undead as well, so I
Yeah.
get bonus damage.
Yeah. I don't think rolling damage is going to be important at all. Yeah, you swipe through the second one, same sort of deal.
This is truly a noble use of your magical sword.
I mean, like, he is doing what the sword wants, killing undead.
Yeah.
Yu just pulls a hand up and sort of like he's got the sack in one hand, just sort of absent-mindedly pulls the other hand up,
Beating
and
it
just, like,
into the ground.
just goes and just puts 3 magic missiles out, and quite happily dispatches those last 2.
That's right. He's always more effective when he's not here.
He's got spells and stuff.
He's always more effective when he tries to damage something.
Yeah.
All right, so that little combat is done. You guys are in this room. Well, you're in this room. Yu's in this room, which basically means I'm in this room. Wick is outside outside in sort of the larger area of the thing with Izek sort of staring him down. Narlag is back at the inn. I think you were brewing something, or you're just having a lunch.
Well, like,
You were just having a lunch.
I mean,
Just having some me time.
yeah.
Cut to you just sitting there going,
If he's
like
got
reading a newspaper, like sipping some tea. I don't know.
if he's got enough time, he's going to be doing some alchemy stuff. But if not, then he's just going to like fuck about.
Okay, so yeah, you're right. There was just 3 children sort of standing in the back of the room with their backs to you. Yes.
It's chocolate.
It's chocolate.
Tasty chocolate.
So yeah, the room is yours. That
That was really hard.
The sun basically was in the room when I think someone charged in, and he just sort of went.
Yeah, he teleported.
It's just-
He teleported away.
He disappeared.
He disappeared. Like he used some kind of magical spell.
So, how long's the... I say this to the one-handed guy. Izek, is it?
Izek, yep.
Yeah. How long's the Burgomaster's son been a vampire?
He's like, what's that? Because he's out in the next room.
Oh, well, I walk out. Okay, I walk over to the next room. So, yeah, how long's the little guy been a vampire?
I don't think he's a vampire.
Well, he's a really shitty necromancer.
And he sort of turns back over because I think the Burgomaster follow you guys up, or has he stayed down? He didn't, did he?
He stayed
He said
down,
set Izek up.
Yeah.
Well, I have to check with the boss, but I don't think he'd be harboring a vampire. Not in this place.
Well, I mean, those were undead. They were definitely undead.
I get it's right creepy, but I don't think he's... Well, let's have a look, eh? Let's have a look in the room.
Okay. Is the lightning trap
And he sort of turns
disabled
to
now,
you
or-
and was like, you, keep in front. You're already going into this room. You're going in first.
I think I should just stay out here. I don't think there's. Well, I don't. Nah.
You see Isaac sort of wind up with his axe and he just brings it down to your left hand side. It just like shatters this ornate dining chair that was sort of just had the cloth draped over the top of it. It's just like in a single blow. This thing is just splinters.
You don't like sitting down?
I
You in?
don't know what that chair did. Wait, this is a. I guess I'll just go through into the other room.
He's just sort of staring through.
I'm gonna go into the other room. It's not because you decided to destroy some furniture, though. I'm going in because I'm deciding that that's where I want to be at this particular moment in time. So it's whatever, and then I'll walk into the room.
Is the lightning trap disabled now?
I'm pretty sure you disabled it by going through it.
Oh,
I'm pretty
that's
sure you
right,
went
yeah.
through the door,
Yeah.
not through the door.
Yeah. Well, that's the most efficient way through.
Meanwhile, over in the Blue Water Inn, Malak's sitting down there at a table. It's just been served up, and it's just got this piping bowl of like this beef broth. He's just sitting there, he's like sipping away. All right.
Investigation, I guess.
I'll do an investigation.
Yeah, it's probably better you do it.
That is a 26.
Yeah, I'm not even going to bother trying.
26.
I think at my best I can get to 20. No, actually, I think I can only get to 19 at my best. So,
Because you're dumb
yeah.
and you smell bad.
Oh. Probably, yeah.
Yeah. So. Your manners have something to really be desired and just generally
Okay. So,
leave a bad impression on people.
searching around the room, you find those children standing on the back wall are dolls.
Creepy.
They are painted wooden dolls, dressed in children's clothing that look like they've been made for like a young noble male.
These look like Blinsky's work.
Yeah, I was about to say, do they have property of, well, not property of, but like...
Having a search over, you know that Blinsky is a man of his sort of, pride in his brand, and has that signature B with the jester's cap, and has I think the saying was like, "Is good is Blinsky."
Okay.
Is that actually...
I might be paraphrasing slightly, but he does have a phrase that is something like that. I'd have to go back and.
He's good. He's Blinsky.
He's Blinsky.
He's Blinsky.
He's very good. Blinsky.
These ones here, these look more sort of rudimentary. They're not his handiwork. They're just cheaply made knockoff Blinsky knockoffs.
Blinsky knockoffs.
Blonsky.
Blonskis. Blamskays.
But yeah, the clothes they look like they're not dolls' clothes. They look like they were children's clothes.
Creepy.
Well, they still are children's clothes. But
Yeah,
the child,
they don't stop being
the
true.
child that they belong to is not currently wearing them. Or maybe they are.
Okay.
Burn it. Burn it with fire.
You find there is a trunk.
Was it locked?
Not for long.
Can it be locked?
Sure.
Can I pick the lock?
You can pick the lock. Oh, Jesus.
You're way too excited about that.
Before he gets a chance, smash it open.
Like, see, oh, cool. I get like my thieves' tools out and lay out like a little
You run the
like
hand
like the cloth with all the little pieces in there. Like, select the correct ones, sort of like
Meanwhile, Isaac's looking over your shoulder, looking down at your thieves' kit, and just like,
Oh, don't worry. I got a permit for these. It's all above board. Don't worry about it. What am I roll for that? I got
you're all sleight of
proficiency.
hand with proficiency, so...
I've got proficiency in sleight of hand. Mm-hmm. Okay, if it was just thieves' tools, it's a dex roll with your... Yeah, it's the same as... Yeah, okay. So it's just a +9.
Mm-hmm.
Just.
So that's 18. I rolled a 9.
Fair enough.
That's how math works.
So you get up to this crate, and it's got a very basic lock on it. You sort of roll your tools out. You pick the right sort of lock pick needle. It's called a pick, isn't it?
Pick.
You slide one in there, slide the other one in
They
here.
probably have technical names. I don't know what they are. If Trevor were here, he'd know.
If I still had my lockpick,
And you just hear like click, click, click as you just tap this thing down the tumblers, and the lock just like plink, falls open.
I can't believe that worked. I've never done this before.
You've just shown me how to lockpick. You stick a sharp thing in there, and then you wiggle it about, and then it opens.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I don't really know about this whole. I just these were a gift actually from a friend of mine. I just happened to have them at this.
I was just holding these for a friend.
Yeah, it's like quickly roll the thing back up to cover up the monogram that's on it.
Your monogram, you foot thieves. You're that sort of idiot.
Yeah, I can see that.
Nothing.
And you've got calling cards you have been robbed by.
The web heavens.
So what's in the crate? What's in the crate?
You've
Are
been,
you opening up?
You've been wobbed by the weight.
I'll check it. Can I check it for can I check it for trap?
Yeah, investigation.
Investigation. It's a good one. That's 24.
All right, you're checking it over. You're like putting a knife just through the edges of lifting the thing ever so slightly, looking for any sort of like spring mechanisms or anything that would set off it. You don't spot anything. And you're like, all right, feeling good about this.
Okay. Hey, Dragon Man, just open this box up for us, would you?
All right.
You
no reason to
you get up there, sort of grab the front of it, flick the top of it open. You just
Lightning.
and just looking inside, there's these bolts of silk of cloth, and a little packet of like needles and thread, and sort of folded up in one side is this half finished, looks like a cloak or a set of robes or something like that. It's just sort of folded up neatly.
Well, this kid's well creepy. So we should probably deal with that.
What kind of robes are they?
So pulling them out, you sort of hold them up in your hands. They're sort of these sort of long robes, sort of, and while you're sort of peering over, and is like, those are wizard robes. They're not
He should know he's a wizard.
And you're looking at it like they're not finished. It's like one of the arms doesn't. It's just still like open at the shoulder, like it hasn't stitched one of the arms on. There's been no
with two Z's.
It's Rincewind. Like there's been no trimming done on the edge, so you can see like loose threads and everything from that. So it's not finished, but they are wizard robes in progress.
Somebody wants to be a wizard.
And
You mean a tiny porcelain doll wants to be a wizard?
A whiz lord.
Yeah,
Yeah, we should probably deal with this.
why is it's pretty shitty work too.
Damn.
Ow.
Like it's good materials, but
Wherever that kid is right now, he's dying from the burn.
I mean, there was a guy in here. He teleported out before.
A guy or a kid or
roll me perception, both of you.
16.
So just,
My passive is 20.
3 and my passive is 9.
okay, so no, but you at this sort of this cutting remark from Wayu, you just hear this sort of whimpering, like a little whimper sound, like a little, like off in the far corner.
Like the word actually hurt.
go look over in the corner where the whimpering came from.
Looking over there, you don't see anything.
Did you mention it?
I'm like, did you hear that from over in the corner? Like a
I'll walk over to him and
like a whimpering over.
does so what? We're just against a wall or something.
Basically, a corner of the sort of where the slant of the roof is sort of meeting down towards the.
Is it wood?
I'll grab one of those bolts of cloth.
Uh-huh.
And I'll sort of shake it loose.
Yep.
And then like cast it over there, like flicking a sheet.
All right, you sort of start walking up to that area with the sheet sort of shaking out, and you can hear like these sounds of footprints going across the ground, and you can see these like footprints in the dust. You throw this sheet, and all of a sudden they just fall over this humanoid form,
It's a ghost.
which then just starts like quickly like flailing, and you see
I
like.
tackle it.
All right, we're all grapple. It's a grapple, so
Which is athletics?
yeah,
Or-
athletics or acrobatics, whichever one you want to choose, and I can.
Well, I'm going to go athletics because it's a
sorry,
+7.
athletics for you, and then I can avoid with them.
So 17.
Which I don't. So you basically grappled this ghost.
Ghost. Ghost.
And you sort of like you like rugby tackle it down to the ground. It lets out this like whimpering oomph as it hits the ground underneath your weight. But it's quite tangible. It is
I pick it up and hold it in the air.
sort of like scoop up the other half and holding it. Okay. So yeah, you got this sort of struggling bag that sort of is a much larger version of what Wayu's got in his hand, of a struggling bag of a cat in the bag, and you've got a human-sized cat in a bag. As you're poking it, like, hey, oh, ah, ooh, stop!
It's a ghost that talks.
I'm not a fucking ghost.
Well, duh.
I mean, that's what ghosts would say. Maybe sort of drop him and see what's in the thing.
Plunk. All right, you drop the cloth to sort of fall to the side, and as it sort of takes the damage of landing, you see this form just sort of like shimmer back into existence, which is the young gaunt gentleman that you have been chasing around.
He went invisible. He didn't teleport. It's magic.
Yeah.
It's magic.
And he's just sort of looking at you guys. He's looking at Wyu. He's looking at the fact that you guys have basically, gotten through the door.
Isaac's in here, right?
Isaac is as well, yeah. Okay. And Isaac's just like arms crossed, looking at the boy, and just like raised eyebrow. It's like, right, son, what's going on? And the other one's just like pushing his back into the back wall. And was like, what of it? I was just trying to teach myself.
I'm going to do another divine sense. Mm-hmm. Do I still sense evil?
Definitely do still sense evil in the building.
But still no undead.
At this point, undead is gone.
I'm gonna guess the cat.
Oh no, sorry. Why you still got one in his bag? So
Yeah,
so
so
you still got.
I can pinpoint that one.
Yep.
But no others.
No.
All right.
How old is this kid?
Late teens, early 20s.
Perfect
Why are you looking at me like that?
candidate for a goth kid. He's been converted.
He's a baby bat.
But yeah, he's looking sort of like undernourished and quite tired. Just looking over him, but you don't sense undead off him.
He was doing necromancy, right? That's what this is. You're doing. He's doing magic.
He could be the one I've been sent here to find. I have been sent to find a necromancer. Are you the necromancer I'm looking for? I use intimidation.
All right, yeah, go for it. Roll that.
Oh, I critically fail.
Are you the necromancer? Fart.
Are you the necromancer I'm looking for?
Nah, no one even knows about this. Well, till now.
You should eat more.
Service in this place is shit now. And you see him sort of... Actually, roll insight, the two of you that are watching this.
Ooh, this is something I can do. Not very well.
I got a 13.
I got to 14.
Okay, as you both sort of notice this, as you're saying, like, the services, he says, like, the service in this place is shit now, he sort of, like, does sort of a sideways look towards the center of the room.
What's in the center of the room?
Center of the room, there is just there's a small desk with, like, papers spread over it, sitting on top of, like, just a fairly ragged old rug that's on the ground. Looking like one that probably was in sort of one of the foyer areas, like a large thoroughfare area, so it's fairly well worn. And yeah, the burgomaster has not wanted to get rid of it, but didn't want it sort of on display, so it's ended up in the attic.
I walk over to the desk, have a look.
Spread across there is a whole pile of like papers spread out. There are a whole pile of like inscriptions in, well, there's like pictures of like arcane images and a whole bunch of text you don't really quite follow.
Why? Come over here, have a look at this.
He wanders over as he takes one look at it. It's like, he's trying to make a teleportation circle. I don't know why he uses voice like that now. He sort of looks at the. He's looking through like the multiple pages. Like, he's trying to, and he's fucked it up. He's just looking through all these pages. Like, nope. And he's like, see that there? And he's just pointing at this this scroll of stuff that neither of you can really make out. It's a whole pile of like weird runes and.
Wick's like looking on intently, going, "Oh yeah,
Yeah,
see that?
I can see that.
And he's like, see that bit there? That means it's going to be fucked. And this bit over here, it means it's also going to be fucked. Well, this whole confluence of errors means that this wherever this circle is, it's going to teleport you into nowhere."
Wick turns back to the.
That's not as good as somewhere.
What are you trying to teleport for? What's on the other end of the teleporter?
He's sort of looking at you two as like eyes darting between the two of you, and then over to YU, who's figuring out pretty rapidly what's going on in this room. Is like, just want to get out of this fucking place. I want out.
So why am I sensing evil? What have you done? Other than, the cats.
Do you want to reroll your intimidation?
Hopefully I get better than it. Oh, that's a little bit better than one. That's
So your sort of like booming voice and looming stance, sort of over the top of him, and he's still cowering down. Is like
22.
what was your actual question? It was the.
Why do I sense evil?
He's like, it's not. Why does everyone see ambition as evil?
I physically pick him up, put him against the wall, and say, "What did you do?" And start shaking him a little bit.
While you're doing that, he's just sort of like, again, sort of looking over towards YU still flicking through the notes, and he's just like, and you just hear YU sort of inhale quickly. He's like, and then it comes up and like holds like a piece of paper over your shoulder, like, how many did you try? And this kid is just like 2. I needed test subjects. I needed to know if this thing worked.
Well, we're not talking about baked goods here, are we? Well,
Well,
depends what you call a baked good.
probably now.
Is it a baked good or a baked bad?
Yeah. At this point, he sort of his shoulders sort of slump, and he's like, I had a couple of the servants try to use this thing, and they just, well, they're just torn apart, and then disappeared in like this flash of purple.
Their insides became their outsides.
And their outsides became their sideways.
Now you're talking with portals.
All right, let's go and take you to your dad. I don't let go. I basically just keep him in my hand and we'll walk back.
All right, so you start walking out. Izak is following on behind you, and he's sort of pointing along to Wick. He's like, "All right, we got our words. Come on."
Okay. Fine.
And while you sort of like still sort of looking around the room, and he sort of stops, starts to walk across the room, and then like stops short, takes like 4 steps backwards, kicks his toe underneath the rug, flicks it over, and underneath is this scrawled out, just done in like chalk and like wax, is the shape of a teleportation circle laid out on the floor. Right in the sort of center of it, he's looking at it. It's like there's just this discoloration in the wood.
You. Well, this is dark. This one was dark, right? You didn't reunite any brothers and sisters. This one's just dark.
Well, I mean, they can't all be sibling reunions.
But yes, you're sort of carrying this guy quite bodily. You're going through the attic. And you start heading down the stairs. Realize it's quite hard to sort of carry someone down the things. You basically just like unceremoniously just drop him down the attic trapdoor. He hits the ground, sort of this very sad sack of potatoes, and basically about 10 feet away from his father. And the father's just like, Victor, you foolish fucking child, what have you been doing?
We figured out why your servants are missing.
What of it?
He killed them.
The burgomaster sort of steps like slowly but purposely up to the Victor, and first of all just lays like a heavy boot right into his midriff while he's laying down on the ground. It's like, what were you even thinking? And the kid is just like winded, like cannot speak. He's like gasping because it's basically kicked him right sort of in the solar plexus. He's like, how did you even do? What did you even do? And Izek sort of yells down. He's like, he's been messing with the dark magics, boss.
Watch out for them dark magics.
He got really into goth music and just took it a little bit too far.
And the burgomaster just sort of like grabs Victor sort of by the scruff on the collar, as like lifts him up to his feet, and is like, you have systematically undermined everything I've been doing here. I've tried to bring joy and well-being to this place, and you have brought death and undeath. Did you mention the undeath? I don't think you did yet.
I mean, he can see a cat in a bag, but he probably doesn't know it's undead.
Yeah. It's like, you've brought death and unhappiness to this place. For now, you're under house arrest. You will be confined to your rooms, and I'll checking in with you, and Izek will be guarding you.
Did you say room or rooms?
Well, he needs to be able to shower occasionally. Or bathe occasionally, I'll say, because shower is a problem. That sort of
Yeah,
problem
he
probably doesn't
probably does.
exist.
Yeah.
I don't think he does now, so...
I mean, prestidigitation is a thing.
But this guy's a really shitty wizard.
Ew.
And he turns to Izek and is like, Izek, get this stain on my family to his chambers. And Izek is like, right, boy. And he walks up and like turns back and is like, and Wick, don't you be going anywhere yet.
Me?
Yeah, you.
I didn't like kill any servants with haywire teleportation circles. You must be thinking of someone else.
You shouldn't be in here.
You
shouldn't be in this building.
I think a lot of
Shouldn't be in
things
this
shouldn't
town.
be in this building or in this town.
You are a petulant child.
You're
Yes. Yeah, why are you sort of stepping down? And he's got this this cat in the bag. Sort of
Weirdly, he's come up with a new third solution to Schrodinger's box.
oh, I really hope that wasn't the joke you were setting up for because you've successfully stolen his thunder. But he's like stepping down as this bag is like just wrestling around in his hands. And it's like the Burgomaster's like, Morden, what you got in the bag? And he's just like,
Oh, it's just evidence of your son's crimes. We should probably go and tell the people, actually. They would probably really want to know.
and he's just like, just sort of waves it around a little bit. It's like, cat. We don't have a cat. We've got 2 dogs.
You used to have, what, 4 cats? Now you only have 1.
No, I'm a dog person.
Yeah, I can see why. This one's not quite alive.
Yeah. Right. Give us a look then.
No, you probably want to keep it in the bag. It's
I'll be
it's-
the judge of what I want to do and what I don't want to do.
I mean, once
Thank
the cat's
you.
out of the bag, like, you can't really get back in there.
It's a good point.
Yeah.
You're happy with this?
I am. I haven't said anything for ages.
Why you sort of reluctantly sort of holds his bag out, sort of opens it up a little bit and sort of cautiously like goes and sort of tries to grab this thing by the neck. Which he does somehow, because apparently I can roll well for why you. Pulls this sort of... It was one of the more fresh ones.
Gross.
So it's got like a decent amount of sort of necrotizing flesh on it, and like some patchy areas where the skins come out, and as you can see, sort of really a little bit of bone and flesh underneath, but it's very dead.
I want to go home.
You are home.
Shit.
Like the eyes are whited out, but yeah, this thing is like caught by the scruff, and it's trying to sort of like kick at Wayu's hands, the little the bunny kick things that cats do, and the Burgomaster's like, that's one of the fucking Watcher's cats. The vodka. Sorry, I've got to get the name right. It's fucking like a German sort of pronunciation. I think it's vodka.
Oh, the vodka.
Yeah, we know all about them.
You do. They are like another high family in town. You saw the 2 sons in the bar.
Yeah, they probably really want to know about their cats, and I think the people probably want to know about the Burgomaster's evil son. So yeah,
I'll see to how this is sorted out. But you guys have done good work. Just follow me to my study, and we'll sort out remunerations.
Okay. Well, I'm probably fine. You can let our friend go, though.
This one. He's
Yeah.
pointing across to Wick.
Wick smiles.
Just follow us to the chamber. Let's see what we can do.
Is he? You're not tied up, or he's not tied up
No.
at all? Okay, cool. So you can get to your weapons in case this is...
Whatever do you mean?
yeah. Okay.
And so the three of you, so you two and YU sort of followed behind the Burgomaster and his two mastiffs. And they're sort of, every now and then, sort of looking back over their shoulder, looking at the group of you, and then sort of catch back up to march at heel with the Burgomaster. He leads you through back to that that library. He takes up a position at the far side of the table, sort of just standing up in front of the chair, just hands on the table, looking across at you guys, and it's like,
So just as an aside, how big is the table?
it's a decent size. This would be about 8 foot long, about 4.5 foot wide. It's like it's got it's like a good like heavy wood, heavy timber, like a rich mahogany.
Yeah.
If someone didn't do the joke.
I have a question.
Yeah.
And so so it's a long one, and he's at one end, we're at the other.
I know, like you guys are standing each side of the long edges.
Cool. Yeah.
Does the Burgomaster have your reputation of don't fuck with the Burgomaster?
He has been very well known for being quite harsh to those that have been, what was the term, maliciously unhappy. You weren't part of the group at the time.
Oh, we
It
should
was
be fine then. We're very happy at the moment.
coffin maker was put in the stocks.
That's right, yeah, okay.
So like he wields justice swiftly and with a lot of force. But that could also just be a nature of Barovia.
Okay.
We should be fine. I'm incredibly happy at the moment.
I mean, you're basically happy in every situation.
Well, he's killed a bunch of undead.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, if he's fighting, he's happy.
And we're about to get our own way, so, you know, it's always happy.
He's sitting there, he's like, right, I need you three to keep this whole situation quiet. I will deal with it. I will give you my word that I will deal with it. I do not need this family's name dragged through the mud in public.
Then
It will only undermine all my work for keeping this city safe.
that's a good idea. That's probably best done with him not in jail then, I think.
There's not a lot to do in jail, and you just get to talking sometimes. Sometimes just things just pop out, just things pop into your head. You might just say them out loud, and just there's not a lot to do to occupy your time when you're in a cell sort of thing. So I don't know what I could just start saying to people.
What was your name? Chris?
Tarnikov.
Tarnikov. He's like, Mr. Tarnikov, are you trying to extort me?
No. I don't even know the meaning of the word. Exhort? What's that?
And he sort of-
I'm not trying to sell you to another country. That's crazy. That's crazy.
No. I think you're thinking of like the boss of like the Final Fantasy games. No, not Final Fantasy. Kingdom Hearts games.
Xehanort?
Yes.
Okay.
That was a reach, but well done. Didn't think you could get there, but we did. And he's like, look, my name is at risk. Your name, has already been destroyed.
Harsh.
If we can, that's not by our doing. You broke the laws.
It's debatable, really.
I could have taken your head.
Couldn't try to take my head. I remember what happened last time. I just remember it going quite differently in my recollection.
I'm speaking, boy.
And he's drinking.
Please go on.
I can do what I can to recover your family name, under the proviso that you keep this situation and my family name quiet.
Sure, I wouldn't dream of whatever it is you're saying.
It's quite good. His full name is I've already forgotten your character's name.
That's fine. Just go with it.
That's Keanu. No, not Keanu. Wick. That's right. Yeah. Yes. His middle name is Pardon. I think Pardon is probably the word we're looking for. Pardon. It's spelled P-A-R-D-O-N.
You're great at this.
You're good at using your words to get your way, which is really out of character. He's like, thank you. That is where I'm going with this. I was talking in smaller, more confusing words, apparently. Yes. Master Treskov?
Tarnikov.
How the fuck am I keep phone? Tarnikov.
He's a burgomaster. He's not expected to remember everyone's names.
Yeah, no, of course. My lips are sealed. Of course.
If you can do that,
Yeah.
consider yourself pardoned of your crimes.
Awesome.
You are allowed free reign within the bounds of my town, so long as you don't further break any of its laws.
Sounds like it, like shake on it, like spit in his hand and hold it out.
And he holds his hand out and then grabs like a handkerchief from his pocket and hands it over to you first. You know,
It's okay. He won't commit any crimes. I've never seen him commit a single crime the entire time we've been here.
you do have that one of those trustworthy faces.
I do.
He says, bearing a maw full of dragon teeth.
Offers you the handkerchief to wipe the spit off your hand.
Fine.
So it takes the handkerchief back, holding it just between thumb and forefinger, and just drops it off to the side. Then reaches a hand out
While
where the
he's-
dog
while
immediately
he's
eats
doing
it.
that,
Yeah.
I'm going to make a
would.
sleight of hand roll.
Oh god. You have your opportunity to get parole, and you're gonna fucking.
I'm doing a sleight of hand roll while he is dealing with the
Still
handkerchief.
Every single ring.
Let
from
us
his
see
finger.
how this goes.
Right.
8 plus 9, so that's a 17.
Uh-huh.
The sleight of hand is for the other hand behind his back with crossed fingers.
Okay.
As in behind Week's back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Behind the burger.
That's some style points right there.
Okay. So you reaching your right hand out, and behind the left hand you got the crossed fingers.
Yep.
And
That's what we call a reach around.
Goes to shake your hand, and is just like, right, we're in agreement then.
You never say a lie.
As for the other two of you,
I've never lied in my life. But no one's going to ask me about this anyway, so...
And suppose they do,
I have a very quiet voice.
which is like normal speaking voice at that point.
Yeah.
Can I guarantee your silence on this? You willing to put your name on it? Swear on it?
Alright, I'll spell out my full name.
On your oath as a paladin?
Sure.
And he sort of stands back and sort of gives you the opportunity to speak your words.
I give whatever my orders like not oath of fealty, but like some sort of
Your paladin oaths, and
Yeah.
you swear to Mars that you will not betray the secrets of order.
as long as he is the burgomaster.
Yep. Oh dang. For as,
Got to get
for
that
as-
conquest in there
for
somehow.
as long as his reign may remain.
Yep.
So yeah, and he's sort of sitting there, it's like nodding along to the words. It's like cocks his head at a couple of them, but sort of keeps going. Good. And you, Master Wizard, addressing Wayu, he's like, how can I guarantee your silence on this?
He probably just wants the cat.
That's pretty much what I was going to do. Wayu's like, if I could keep this and yeah, I won't say anything about that if you don't say anything about this. And it's just pointing to the cat in the bag. And the Burgomaster's like, right, I don't want to know what your intentions are, but well, let's face it, if that thing gets out, it's only going to lead to the vodkas anyway, so
I've already forgotten why we came here.
You're going to be getting a reward.
No, to begin with, like,
Oh, okay.
like that was several sessions ago.
Oh, you thought he was evil. So I said, oh yeah, why
And objectively, he is.
Yeah, he's covering
And
up.
he has conscripted you into his evil conspiracy now.
so
which
why don't you just kill him?
You're now a party to this.
not for long.
but yeah, he's like, and he sort of pulls a key off his belt and opens up a drawer in the side of this desk and pulls it out, and sort of just pulls these three little like silken bags and just like throws them onto the table and is like, and I hope that this will be enough to
What's in the bag?
maintain our arrangements.
I've
just
already given my word. I'm not taking your money.
I'll take his.
Yeah, I'm assuming you're going to palm it anyway.
He just sort of he's like, your word is strong enough. Coin won't help.
I just gave my word.
Fair enough. And he just reaches back out and grabs one of those.
Hey, whoa. I'll convince him. It's cool. Don't worry. I'll make sure he gets it. No, okay, that's fine. I'll just take this one then.
So yeah,
What's in the bag?
you open up the bag and inside there is just a small.
It's a tiny, tiny cat.
It's just a little bag full of like precious gemstones.
That he just happened to have on his person.
No, in his office.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it was
In the lockable drawer of his office desk.
that you now know where it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, about 500 gold's worth of gemstones.
Cool.
Just a variety of gemstones
I'll just mark that down on my character sheet.
as gold.
Did we happen to see how many other bags were in that?
Not from your position, you wouldn't be able
This
to see.
place is packed to the gills with treasure. It's like not even a thing.
Wayu grabs his allocated bag and just sort of slips that into one of the robe pockets and is like, shall we, boys?
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Nalig missed a fun one, didn't he?
I'm sure he's having a great time.
I mean, like by now he's probably working on some alchemy shit.
I mean, to be honest, if Narlag had come, it just would have ended up with more people high and like on drugs. So
And probably more monsters.
yeah,
I mean, it's
We would have been fighting the 5 necromancer cats, and all of a sudden there's also a freaking choth or something there
Yeah.
for us to fight as well.
yeah,
oh no, what if summoned something small?
yeah,
Just a little beholder.
Like a Starspawn Group.
yeah,
You know, tiny.
just a small howler.
yeah. I essentially was able to kick these cats and they died, and yeah, you would have summoned something, and we would have had to take it.
That had that sprouted 16 legs for kicking.
Yeah,
Oh,
So are we being followed out by guards?
The The Burgomaster sort of leads you to the top of the stairwell, and then sort of points you in the direction, and sort of watches you guys as you make your way downstairs. You want to try and sneak off somewhere, do you?
No, I'm gonna go. What time of day is it?
You're having lunch, so early afternoon.
So there's like activity in the town square.
The Gambia, yeah.
I'm going to the town square.
Yeah. Because you're allowed to be
Aren't
there.
there nearly
Now.
riots at this point?
Sorry?
Aren't there nearly riots at this point? I thought you were saying most of the population want him gone. The Burgomaster. Master?
There is concern amongst the town that things are not going as they used to be. So there are.
I'm just waiting for Wick to get his megaphone out. Just start belting out the Burgomaster's son's doing shady shit.
You're not going to have to wait long then.
Yay! Jesus Christ, man. Gave you an out. You're like straight back in.
I already got this place on lockdown. He can hide. It's fine. Being wanted again doesn't really matter.
I mean, did he actually give you a pardon, or just he verbally said it?
Verbally said a pardon.
Oh,
Gave
yeah.
him a pardon.
Oh, yeah. There's no piece of paper.
If we're heading back through the town, through the town square, where there's
Well, you make your way downstairs. You make it to the front doors, and the two guards just sort of turn to see who's coming behind, spot you, and they instantly draw their spears and point is yo,
hey,
you're wanted for crimes.
Hey, calm down. I'm cool.
You know, crimes. Because Ryan can't think of a crime. Not a single one.
No, it's cool. Don't worry about it.
We couldn't prove that you did crimes, but we couldn't prove you didn't do the crimes.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, that is, yeah,
and
justice all over.
You just hear the Burgomaster's
It's how
voice boom down. It's
current presidents are getting away with things. Yeah.
lads, he's all right.
Yeah, I'm all right, aren't I? Just push their pikes aside. Just be come on, it's fine. It's straighten up one of their uniforms. It's a good look you got going on.
Wick, if any other guards give you any trouble, just point them in my direction.
You got it.
Oh, and before we go, you guys should look out for the Burgomaster. He's a very weird guy. He keeps just jumping out of windows. I don't know why, but keep a lookout for him. We walk off.
Before you can really evaluate the level of confusion you just created in this guy's brain. All right, so yeah, the mansion is at sort of the northern side of the town. The main sort of street that leads toward. There's three streets essentially that lead towards the center. One coming from the north, one coming from the sort of the southeast, and one from the southwest, and they come together in sort of almost like a triangular pattern.
As we're walking through the town, I look at Wick and say, "It's been a good day. We got your pardon. We stopped the Burgomaster's son from doing more evil to those cats of the other ruling family." I say this.
You killed those cats, so you didn't really stop him doing more evil to it. You just killed the things.
Well, we saved one of the cats. I say this as loudly as possible as well.
You guys are not going to last long on this one at all. I'll give you a chance, but nope. Hang. All right. You pass the Blue Water Inn is on the way towards the square. I'll give Mitch a chance to pop back.
Oh, I was doing that. Really want to try these. They're called Spidey Spice. That's the name of it.
I'm sure they're going to be delicious.
Yeah.
Made with real spiders.
Made with real spiders, yeah.
What are you doing?
I was fixing up the bracket here, but he was just watching this microphone swing around. I'm like, all right, fair enough. Donk. Because Ryan's in a mischievous mood, but apparently.
Don't blame you.
You can taste the spider.
What?
The
the
Spidey
Spider-Man.
Spice.
Oh.
But yeah, the guys are heading down the That's why I hate Doritos so much on recording.
My mic is always super quiet though.
Crunch, 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 crunch.
You could see the waveforms of the
I could
crunching.
across like 3 mics. It was very much on that one. And you can also hear it just like little bits on these ones. But yeah, the guys are heading down the northern main road, heading past the Blue Water Inn. You are in your wagon, your cart, in the and you guys can see just like this little waft of like white smoke coming out of the little chimney at the top of the cart, saying that Narlag is in cooking. Breaking Bad style.
Is
His underwear and not much else.
this waft of smoke that's coming out is like as it goes past people, they're just getting like their eyes just like go really wide and
Randomly, a pigeon just falls out of the sky.
And it flies upside down.
There. And you can sort of because I'm assuming your cart is one of those sorts of things that has like the windows in the side. It's one of the ones that's a
Yeah,
livable
they're,
space.
they're currently closed, but yeah, it does have windows.
But yeah, sort of brewing away. You're working on what are you working on?
Probably making some more of the cocaine whiskey. He's been going through a fair amount of that.
Right. So
Dave doesn't have a nose, does he? So
No.
he should be fine.
How does
Or
he smell?
lungs.
Sorry?
How does he smell?
Terrible.
Excellent.
okay. So you've basically set up. You've been set up like essentially a still section. Meanwhile, also off that same sort of cooking fire, you've got some of your the way of you do to sort of concentrate your cocaine just down into like this little this. You need a name for it. But you're distilling down this this drug then to the point where you can just sort of add just a few drops per whiskey.
I thought it was Ugola's knack.
That's the name of the-
that's
that's the
the
name of the-
brand of the whiskey. And it's basically just generic whiskey, but the magic stuff, I don't know.
Give it a name in time, but you need to think of a name
Yeah,
for it. Calling
yeah.
it just cocaine is a little bit on the nose.
Yeah.
The extract.
Mana extract?
Hillbilly
Boo.
brew.
What?
Boo! Give it a fun name. Mana extract.
Hillbilly brew.
Actually, I probably shouldn't call you guys with bad names because I'm just going to get ruined. All right. Okay. You're sort of brewing this down. You've got a still going for the whiskey. You've got that the reduction happening on the additives.
Yep.
And you're just sort of sitting back, just relaxing.
If he's making this, he's probably praying to Nicolanak.
Okay.
Because this is like holy drink.
You're doing your whole thing in sort of.
The cat's probably a perfect test subject for all of your various alchemical brews.
He knows how most of his stuff is going to go anyway. And he's got plenty of innocence he can just practice on.
There.
The at the point during your praises to Ugolanak, you just hear a voice pop into your head. It's like, boss, the boys are wandering by. And you sort of-
Perfect. You can continue on with this. It's basically just in the final incantations anyway.
And you see Dave just sort of like extract himself from the roof where he's got like these 4 little like ports in the roof of the thing, like up, where he's basically just like periscoping 4 little eye stalks through the roof, and he's just like,
In my head, that's how it's been. Like, he's had one of them.
and there's back into the cart proper. And he's like, right, old boss.
Alright, I'll head out and go talk to the boys. Me and the boys.
So yeah, you guys are walking down the path, all 4 of you now, heading towards the town square as a group, or
Gentlemen, how did your foray at the Burgomaster's mansion go?
We stopped an emo kid from like destroying more servants.
Anyone got a little bit more context on this?
No.
Maybe we should talk a bit more about that. Anything else I should know about?
Don't ask what's in the bag.
What's in the bag?
And why he's like, he just said, don't ask.
Yeah, I don't really listen to him very much. I'm sure you're aware of that. But I'm going to ask, what is in that bag?
Research.
Do I see it squirming around?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And he's just, why he sort of holds the bag up to him, he's like, shh, 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 patting the side of the bag.
Who am I to judge?
See, I don't think a normal cat would shut up, let alone an undead cat.
I didn't say it worked.
Oh, okay.
I just said this is why you did.
So where are we all headed now?
I have literally no memory of what we were even doing here.
Can you pass me the blue bottle? Cheers. Yeah.
Didn't you send me off to go and do something while other stuff happened? I've already forgotten.
Yeah, Wick and I went off to the church, and you and Wyu went off to the Burgermeister's house to like go investigate your thoughts.
Oh
about
yeah,
him
so how
being
did that go? The whole church thing, I forgot, yeah.
It went all right. I completed an errand that I had to do, unrelated. Unfortunately, we can't extend the protection the church has to the rest of the city. I would have liked to have done that.
That makes sense.
Wick wanted to head to the square by himself, or
Wick's torn. He's percolating on this at the moment.
trying to decide where he wants to.
He's waiting for his moment.
Okay. What do you guys want to do?
I honestly don't, like, why were we here? We were...
Well, the city's under siege. We have to sort of, like, fix it. We have to, like, stop the city being under siege.
Oh, okay.
Ultimately,
Kill Strahd?
what Izek requested of you is to find the source of why things have changed.
I mean, we can probably just blame it on Strahd.
Which I think people were trying to blame it on us, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The few people that have had run-ins with you are trying to say that essentially everything has gone tits up since you guys, plus, you know, the elf, wherever they are, rocked up in town.
I don't know, man. I mean, like, there's not really much we can do at the moment aside from just go kill some monsters and see where they're mainly coming from.
Have they been predictably attacking any spot in the town, or...?
There have been like several buildings that have been destroyed over the last few days. I think I mentioned the
But
bakery.
there's no pattern to it, or...?
Those have mostly been like lightning strikes, which have been like lightning would hit one point like multiple times in a row with fairly quick success, into the point where it would just destroy a building. But there doesn't seem, well, you haven't really looked into it, but there's no immediately apparent pattern to the destruction.
Does Wyo know anything about lightning rods?
I mean, I think we all know about your lightning rod.
Ladies.
I'm like a Ken doll, though.
Like his dick.
Yeah.
That's what you're getting at, right?
No, what are you getting at?
Never mind.
Yes, and. Okay. Why use like?
Because, yeah, I give the suggestion we could just set up lightning rods around the town.
That's an option. He's like, I know there's spells of like calling down lightning, but then you need to sort of be in the vicinity of it. So anything guided like that could be something to do with it.
You go investigate the bakery then.
You can always do that.
Let's go do that. Let's go investigate the bakery.
What's with the bakery?
That's what got
It's
struck
one
by
of the-
lightning.
one of the
okay.
buildings that has been
Yeah.
obliterated by it.
Yep. I have more than a passing acquaintance with lightning, so I can go and have a look.
I think Wick's like not used to like walking freely in the streets, and he's sort of like keeping to like gutters and sort of it's
Every
like
possible shadow.
Oh yeah, we got him a pardon.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Is it? I'm not feeling great about it.
What are you going to do with your newfound freedom?
I'm probably gonna fuck it up. I think I'll just fuck it up.
Well, if you have any plans, just let me know so I can get out of town first.
Yeah, I mean, maybe just like don't just get ready to go. We may have to go. Yeah, I'm not feeling great about this.
I mean, if you would all just tell me what exactly happened, then...
Well, the burgomaster's son was all emo and shit, and he was trying to get out of the town, and he fucked up some spells and killed some servants, and resurrected some cats, and we killed the cats, and now he's covering it up.
Are you rolling to see if anybody's hearing this as he's loosely talking about it? Cool.
I'm not a big fan of the cover-up, by the way.
I mean, well, in that case, we should... If any of you are planning on blabbing about that, then we should probably get out of town.
Oh, I was just going to, like, stop him from being the burgomaster.
I mean, I guess if that works.
It was one solution.
Okay, so you guys are walking along, heading towards where the bakery is, and was. You make it. You're heading off to the east. It's sort of halfway between the stables in the eastern gates and the city square. You come up to this spot, and a couple of the stones are still sort of like smoking, where the timbers and everything were attached to them. But this thing has been blasted apart down to the foundation. In the middle of the room,
lightning.
in the middle of the foundation, just like the iron and stone ovens for the bakery is just sort of still sitting there, but the rest of the building around is just being like obliterated apart. You see, like cooling.
So it was
racks.
only this place that had been hit by lightning? Or was
There's
it
been
others?
other places around.
Yeah.
This has been sort of like a local landmark. Like everyone knows the bakery. Everyone knows to get down there nice and early to get the best pies and pastries. Wick is well and truly aware of the place. Like this place is, there's been a staple of the town of Vallaki for.
I'm gonna do an investigation.
Gonna do an investigation.
I got a 23.
Oh, too much. Okay. You're looking around. You can see the. You can see that you're just setting yourself up to like launch all your dice at yourself at any point. You see like the roof timbers that have been like blasted apart. They're basically like peeled back, backwards away from like the center of the room, and so they spread outwards. You can see where the second strike has hit like the floor of the first level and just like splintered that apart. But basically, like it seems like pinpoint accuracy. All four of the strikes have like struck the same spot in fairly quick succession to like blast through layers of this building to the point where it hit the iron of the stove and like blasted that lower section like apart.
It looks like someone really didn't like pastry.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I know. Who doesn't like pastry?
Pastries
That's
are
even-
delicious.
It's another reason Strahd is just so evil.
I mean, in fairness to Strahd, he is a vampire. Do we know if they can eat anything other than blood?
I mean, pastries are still delicious if you're a vampire, I assume.
But we don't know if he can actually eat it.
Doesn't mean he can't appreciate it.
Fair
So I
enough.
put it on the shelf. I was like, that's a damn fine pastry, that one.
Yeah.
It's going straight to the pool room.
Yeah.
Just put a pastry in a jar for a couple centuries. That won't be a bad thing at all.
Gross. It's pretty much the foundation of making sourdough,
True.
which is the worst, by the way.
What?
I hate sourdough.
I love it.
You're wrong.
Okay, what's the right type of bread?
Not sourdough. Not something that is quite literally made rotten and then cooked.
I mean, that's essentially beer.
Shut up.
Basically anything that goes to a fermentation process.
Yeah, so, like, wine as well.
I'm gonna sulk now. Okay, so yeah, you can see like, the pummeling of the lightning is just basically blasted through all the sections until it hit the ovens at the end, which is then just like the final blow to this building.
I asked, like, I have a chat with Wayu about whether or not lightning rods would actually help with this. Because even directed, they should still, like, if you space them evenly around the town and they're grounded properly, I would think that they would be sufficient in protecting most of the town from lightning.
You need to have one.
It makes you make a good argument, but that would take quite some time to set up. That's a lot of metal.
Not really.
Considering this place is being attacked like over and over again for like the last few days.
I mean,
and
it
this
would
is a
stop. It would only stop the lightning, but that would.
Oh, I don't deny it's a good idea. It's just the time to set up and actually make a network of these big enough to protect the town that's an undertaking and a half.
Is there anything in the bakery that looks like it was here calling down the lightning towards it?
Looking at the pattern there, you look like the whole aim of this thing was to get to the oven. Like each shot has been basically like straight downwards, aiming for this thing and just blasting.
Is there anything in the oven?
All right, opening it up, looking inside.
Do you want me to open it just in case there's like residual lightning or something?
How do you think lightning works?
Well, I mean, he can just spew out lightning from his mouth, so...
Whatever.
Plus, just in case there are any evil pastries in there.
I'll get like a stick and sort of like open the door with a stick.
Congratulations. It's a mimic!
The oven bites onto the stick. All right. So yeah, you use the stick to sort of flick up the little latch on the front of the stove and like pull the door open. And sort of lean your head down and sort of look into the space. And just at the top, you see this ever increasing glow.
I jump away. I jump away from the glow.
I investigate closer.
I go and get behind something. I put some stones between me and the glow.
I mage hand the rest of that door open.
2 seconds, I gotta bring out the spell.
I jump.
I mean, fair enough.
I mean, it's essentially this universe's version of radiation.
Okay. So you see this see that like the glow from
In case
within the
it's
within the
radiation
oven,
poisoning or something.
and sort of start legging it backwards. Ulrich starts peering his face in to see, and you can see this like the scratching of a rune in the top corner of the oven. Looks like a little bit like a V with a couple like wave signs coming through it. And
I activate my shield.
you're like, beans, and this Wayu's like stepping backwards slowly, like looking up as you can just see like this milling of like darkening clouds like directly above the the building you're in, and just like this massive, like thick bolt of lightning just shoots out. And if each of you can give me a dex save in that area,
Goody.
Oh, it's a deck save?
it's a dex save.
Because I get... my shield gives... Yep, nice.
Just gives you like +2, doesn't it?
Oh, no, but
no.
no, if I succeed, I don't take any damage.
I got a
If it's
12.
a half damage
You
one.
got a 12. All right.
That's not good.
Where is
Do you have like the advantage on dexterity things as a rogue?
I've got the thing. No.
So we're getting effect from his aura.
Oh, do I get an effect from his aura?
Well, yeah. If it's a
So
save...
it's +3.
Cool.
So what's your total in?
So that's that's a 15.
17.
I forgot this was a save. 18.
18. All right. Okay, so you're each all past this.
Okay, if I pass on a deck save, I don't take the half damage
Okay,
because I have evasion.
Yep.
I'm the same.
So
Or basically, my shield absorbs the whole thing.
Vallaki,
So, I think
what was your total?
after that, 17 was my. So
Oh, and Why Sorry, Why I'm sorry.
Oh, poor, sad, pathetic Wayu.
Okay.
Poor,
I mean, I'm
sad,
basically...
stupid, stinky Wayu.
I'm basically right at
So
the
you take
epicenter,
nothing.
aren't I?
You take nothing. You take four damage because you passed, didn't you? You rolled reasonable.
oh no,
Oh, my heart. Oh, no.
David, help me.
Would I not take the bulk of it?
Heavens, no.
Sorry.
Would I not take the bulk of it?
You got out of the way.
Or is it? Oh, it's chain lightning, is it? No, my shield absorbs it, basically.
Well, you made your deck save, so you got
Well,
out of the
yeah.
way.
So yeah, you're
That's how a deck save do.
A whole 4 damage.
So you're sort of sitting there. You're like shake. You feel like the sparks like tingling around the edge of your scales. But this is like a bath for you at this point. You're like, whoa, invigorating. You just see the that glow start building back up inside the thing. If everyone give me a secondary deck save,
Can I just cast Dispel Magic on it?
I was going to grab it.
if you want to do it,
Yeah, I'll cast Dispel Magic.
I want to grab it.
you roll with a deck save for this,
Okay.
and then
I did better.
I got the exact same thing.
I got 16.
16.
I got 23.
This time it's 7 damage for your save.
Fucking rolling and just doing like some Dark Souls shit.
Roll your. The spell magic is.
DC equals 10 plus the spell's level.
Okay, so DC 13.
I think that's better.
Yep. So you sort of see like this bang, like these 2 lightning strikes get called down, and you just like hold your left hand out, and it's just like glow, and then you see this.
I
shattering.
still essentially go for the grab, but
the rune is
because I
actually
didn't know you were doing that, but yeah.
So you got to grab it with like your clawed hand and try and tear this thing off the side, and it just sort of like shatters within your hand. You're like, "Go me,
Yeah,
Fuck
go me,
look-
yeah.
Oh,
See, that's what a lightning dragon do. Yeah.
nice.
There you go. Couple of sessions in a row where your lightning ability comes into play.
Good.
Never again.
Good job, Ulrich. I actually just read the bottom paragraph. If I'm casting it at a higher level than the base, if it's lower or equal, I just do it
Yeah,
anyway.
you just do it.
And because everything I cast is 5th level or higher.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But whatever. Past it anyway.
All right.
It's a magic thing. It's a magic trap.
It would certainly appear so.
Why you sort of steps forward, and you can see like there's like a little bit of smoke raising out of like parts of his beard. He's just like patting down like some of the areas of his beard that are just like smouldering away. He's like, I meant to do that.
So what happened to your cat?
It's alive now.
Fuck. He's like shakes it a little bit, opens it up. There's like this little waft of like smoke, kind of like it comes out. Like, tips it off to the side.
What happened to the baker?
And the butcher?
and the candlestick maker.
Shut up.
Is the baker alive, or like is?
This got basically blown up before you guys got back to town from the Amber Temple. Something that Wick found out about when he was talking with his friend at the stables.
I do remember that. That happened.
So do you know if the baker's alive, or if
No.
Don't think it came up.
No, that was. You said the
Oh,
baker died,
yes.
and I gave a bunch of money to his widow.
That's
Okay.
right. Yeah. The
So,
baker didn't survive.
someone really hated the baker?
Let's take a closer look inside that the oven now that it's no longer trapped.
Is there any way, Mr. Wizard, of identifying who wrote, like, from the rune, like who wrote it or whatever?
He's why he pokes his head in there and
Takes lightning damage.
he puts his head in an oven and dies.
Weird.
And he looks inside. There's like there is a ward rune in there. Looks like, and he's just like taking like a little drawing on there. Is like coal lightning would be my guess. So I would say like anytime this oven got opened up, that coal lightning would be brought down multiple times.
So someone opened it 3 times in a row?
Well, I'd say once it's opened,
Or just
that
keep going?
that thing is going to keep on going until
It's closed.
it either closes or it stops for whatever reason. I'm not going to reactivate this thing and just test out how long it'll go for. As like the last little waft of smoke comes up out of his beard.
Okay. But there's no way of identifying who did it? Just...
I know someone that knows magic has placed that thing in there. It's not been scratched into the actual surface of the thing. It's been like a magical item that's been placed in there.
Okay. I went to grab it before, so I grabbed the magical item, or...
You sort of like as you pulled it, like you see like the scattering of the magic pulling away. But it's like, and then you're like, cool, and just sort of left it there. And he's why he's poked his head back in and like pulled it out. And it's like he's holding this thing. It's like a stone, maybe 5 centimeters across. It's got this rune like carved into it and some sort of adhesive that had been put on it just to hold it into place in an area where it wouldn't be seen. I'll get you to do this one here. Actually, no. Who's going to be looking over this stuff?
What do you mean?
Over what stuff?
Oh, the rest of the stone. To see if you can find out.
Yeah,
anything
sure.
about
I mean, I will.
Like, as one of the only available magic users, yeah, sure.
And is the fact that it's lightning, I'm always interested.
Yep.
Ooh, what was it? What kind of roll?
Investigation.
I rolled a 10, so I'm pretty sure my investigation is a 0, but let me just double check.
My investigation is +0, so that's 18.
It is -1, so I got to 9.
You're looking at that's a mighty fine stone there. You're looking at this thing, and the stone's got like a sort of reddish hue to it. Like most of the stonework you've seen around this place has been like a granite or that sort of thing. It's like very greys and blacks and everything. This doesn't appear to be native to the area.
So, is it native to Barovia, or like just not native to the local area?
You definitely haven't seen anything like this in your travels so far.
Okay. This rock it's not from here. Rick, would you happen to know if there's anywhere within these mists that has red stone?
Do I know if there's anywhere within the mist that have red stone?
I'm going to answer this.
I'm gonna roll a dice right now. I rolled a 19. What do I do?
Wick's like, I'm going to answer in a slightly different voice. It's a little bit weird.
If that was an intelligence check or a history check, that's a 19.
I was going to go for just straight up intelligence. So
Straight up intelligence, that's still a 19.
from Wick's recollection, this is not something that he knows of in the area. It's
It's a weird rock, man.
it is a weird rock.
It looks like a weird rock.
Can I keep it?
It's all yours. But
You-
you might want to keep it on hand.
Now that you're sort of like got hold of it and sort of hanging on to it, you're sort of eyeing it over a little bit more directly, so your whole being sort of
Butt.
finds this stone.
Your butt finds it.
You find it in your butt.
You find it in your butt.
You find this whole thing vile to the touch.
Yeah.
With your butt.
Detect evil?
You're gonna use okay. The spell, or you're doing your divine sensing.
I don't think I have the spell. But yes, I will be using Divine Sense.
I don't think there is a detect evil spell. Is that?
Not. Oh, it's just the divine sensing. You do that, and this has got the distinct sense. It's got the taint of.
I knew it was to do with his butt.
God damn it! Why did I have to use the word taint?
Why did you have to use the word taint?
It has the sense of something fiendish about it.
This is good old Grundle Granite.
You fucking ass.
This stone is evil. If anyone's interested.
Or it's at least been touched by something fiendish.
Do we know of anything that is fiendish?
Strahd?
I mean, that's our primary suspect, but if we have any others, do we know if there's any other buildings that have been struck by lightning repeatedly?
There's been several. This is just one of the prominent locations that people are.
Let's go and investigate them.
Let's do.
Wick the cop. Yeah! Good to cop stuff.
Hey, Wick, you working again?
Alright.
No, Jimmy.
From your conversations with Bill at the stables, he did mention that there was a couple other sort of just like houses, like just residences, and just random places. There doesn't seem to be any sort of rhyme or reason to where these things have been struck. But the next place closest to here is just a residence of the God, I'm gonna call myself on names now.
Name
George.
Jeremy.
Jehoshaphat.
Gesundheit.
Once again, a real biblical name.
The Geltovs. There was a family called Geltov.
A family called Gesundheit.
Yeah, that was the next closest place that's been struck like this.
Well, let's head there.
All right. So it's sort of back towards town, and just before you hit back towards the center of town, just before you hit the town square, you chuck a left and head down towards the southern walls. You get somewhat towards the area, and you hear just behind you it's just a couple of like whispering voices, just between two people, sort of whispering backwards and forth. This is what you pick up because of your high.
Who are they? What do they look like?
You sort of peer.
What are they whispering about?
You sort of peer over your shoulder, and you just see like a couple of local villagers. You recognise them around. Don't really put a name to their face or anything like that, but you've seen them around town before. And they're just sort of like whispering to each other, and then sort of one sort of points, like trying to sort of hide the fact they're pointing, but points towards your group, and the other sort of whispers back to the other one.
Interesting.
Yeah, so whether you're going to mention anything or.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Do you tell us that happened? Because I was going to roll something if you told us.
Well, now I don't want to.
I mean,
Sure, it was going to be funny.
like, does Wick say anything?
I'll say, did you guys murder those people's families or something?
Not explicitly, but are they related to you? Because if so, possibly.
What?
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 I
What?
thought we established he was related to the...
Nope.
Oh, okay. All right, then.
Um,
Never mind that. Please cut this out, Ryan.
As soon as we get out of their eye shot, I'm going to roll stealth.
That one is about as well as you'd expect.
Yep.
Could you roll it with disadvantage because of your armor?
Okay. Oh, so when I get worse.
So was I.
I'm going to stealth up to them.
What did you roll?
3.
Oh, yeah, good. Great stealthing. Great stealthing.
Yeah.
This is the equivalent of you just like literally going dun 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 dun. But basically, your stealth is basically just charging forwards, clang, 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 clang. Oi, what are you doing?
He's
Yeah.
doing, he's doing,
What are you whispering about? You guys.
He's doing the Kronk stealth from Nimbra's new group.
Yes. These two sort of like, back off slightly, but they're like, word is, you lot are the ones causing all this shit.
Word is wrong.
I don't really care. My theory is, when you lot we get rid of you lot. Well, no, for certain.
Then do it.
In time. And
Okay. See ya. I walk off.
yeah, they basically they back off. And as soon as they're like 3 or 4 paces away from you, they definitely speed up their retreat. They held their own for about as long as they could, and I think at this point they're piss pants scared. But yeah, they're leading it.
We can follow them by the trail of urine. In case we want to later. Let's go.
All right, you make your way to the wreckage of the damn it, I forgot the name of the now.
Gesundheit, I think it was.
Sure. There's like Gustav, I think it was.
Gershel?
Anyway, you make your way to the wreckage of the house. The first look at the place tells a fairly similar story to the bakery. You can see that it has been hit time and time and time again by lightning directed towards a central point in the building.
Are there any survivors in this one?
At this building, no, they're not there currently. Bill didn't mention whether there was any survivors or casualties.
How many
the
times
house
have you
has been
used spell magic?
Like, once more.
Okay. Although clearly the last one was just solved by me grabbing it, so I'll just do that again.
Yeah.
I think we should try and figure out where this stone is. If they okay,
Assuming this one has a
assuming this one has a stone, maybe we could find out who put it there from whoever lives in this house. If they're not dead.
Yeah,
I think
that's definitely... Anywhere that's been hit, we should double check that they have the stone, but if this one has it, it's...
All right, I'm
pretty
going to
good.
wait out here. You head on in there and figure it out.
I'll dispose of the stone. I destroyed the last one.
Ulrich, I hate to burst your bubble, but that was me casting a dispel magic on it.
No, let him go. It'll be fine.
Oh.
I would appreciate you not running headfirst into magical traps. I can't always cast this.
I mean, that's kind of my thing.
It's worked so well so far.
Yeah, it
While they're doing this, I'll like knock on the neighbors' doors and just see if they know where the people who live here have gone.
You knock on the door to the left of this, and you knock a couple of times. And you hear the sort of sound of like people coming downstairs, and the door sort of opens a crack. It's like, yes.
We're looking for the people who live next door. Did they perish in the lightning, or have they gone somewhere else? Sorry, I know this is an odd question to be asking, but we're
Of which, who is it that's asking?
we're duly authorized agents of the Burgermaster.
Roll deception.
That's not a deception. That's true.
Roll performance? Because I don't know, because that seemed bad.
I mean, that'd be persuasion if it's true.
Yeah, persuasion.
Could it be?
Can
Can we go back to deception?
Was deception the better option?
Deception was the better one. If it's performance, that's a 12.
That would be persuasion.
Persuasion, that's still a 12.
All right. She's like, what do you want to know?
We're just trying to find out what's happened with these whole lightning business. So if the people who live there are still around somewhere, we just want to go talk to them. Just want to talk to them.
She pauses for a moment. You just hear.
They're not in trouble or nothing. It's just, we're cool. We're not cops or nothing.
That's a weird thing for you to say.
Is it?
I don't know.
Oh, do you still have that? Remember that? How you wrapped up that evil stick?
Yeah.
What happened to that evil stick? Nobody knows what happened to the evil stick.
One person.
Nobody except Narlag and David know what happened to the evil stick.
And
Do you have
Right.
something similar? Because I'm not gonna be wanting to touch these rocks. So do you have something similar to like?
Hey, how about you not be a pussy?
Okay.
Wow. Sorry, I don't know where that came from.
Yeah, I'll let you get the next one.
savage. Okay, so you're you hear like footsteps walking away from the door, but the other voice is like, "I'll just give us a second. We're just gonna we'll see if anyone knows about their whereabouts."
Okay. I like
In the meantime-
while this is going on, you guys are investigating next door. I'm like having like a pleasant conversation. There's like lightning cracks from next door. I hope that's okay.
And speaking of which, what are you guys doing while this is happening?
I'm going to be mage handing like a bag over to like where it looks like the lightning has.
Well, yeah. What has the lightning been going to?
Basically, it is it's struck through the roof, then struck through the the ground level floor, and then like cracked through into like a basement storage section, basically like a root cellar, and in there was just like this. There was just like a storage chest case, basically just a storage box essentially that's just been struck and blasted apart.
Does it look like there are any rocks? Well, I guess investigation.
Yeah. Actually, say, Wyo, can you cast detect magic?
And he's like, yes, I can.
May you please do that?
Doesn't seem like something Wai would do. I mean, just based on like experience up to this point, that
Of
doesn't.
him being agreeable to things.
I would have thought.
When has he ever cast a spell that you've asked him to cast?
Yeah, but
Like in the entire history of the game.
these stones are kind of out of this world, for want of a better term. I would think that would interest him.
He's sort of looking at you, you're looking at him, and you sort of notice the fact that like he's got this blue halo around his irises. Like,
You already cast it when you walked in the building, didn't you?
I'm not a fucking idiot.
Thank you.
Doesn't it last an hour or something?
That's like 10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
It's like, and in answer to your question, there's bits of the rune over there. There's bits of the rune over there. Some of it is embedded into that stone wall over that far side over there. This thing is done. Dunsky, done.
Is the rock itself magical, or is it just the rune?
The rune is the magical part.
Okay.
I think we all know that the rock is magical.
Shut up. Just shut up.
So back over there, the
Shut your
neighbours.
fucking mouth. You monster.
He likes to go by the name Dwayne Johnson now. I would.
You hear two sets of footsteps coming back towards the door, and there's here's some whispering between them, and like there's some words like, "Are you sure? Do you want to talk to?"
Like Wick's like straightening himself up, trying to look presentable.
Dusting off like the last little bits of like dust and everything from the bakery where like
You stole
covered
some
in
pies.
some, covered in like
Ducked and rolled in the middle of a charred building. Yeah, cool.
and the doors opens up, and you see like about a 35-year-old woman. There's one that's been, and you can sort of put two and two together. That's the voice you've been talking with. Next to them is what looks like probably a son of hers, and next to them is like this older gentleman, probably 45, 50. You can see like there is just like a little bit of burning, like down the side of his face. He's holding his arm in like a sling, and yeah, he's looking like he hasn't slept. And he's like, I'm the, well, I guess was the owner of the place next door. What do you want to know?
We're trying to figure out where all this lightning is coming from, aren't we?
From the fucking sky.
Well, that's fair. But look, we think there's some kind of magic traps being circulated around the city. We found one in the bakery. It was like this red stone sort of thing that was calling down the lightning, and we're just trying to figure out like if there's. I think my associates are sort of poking around trying to see if there's one in there now. But do you know anything about like did you receive a mysterious delivery of a red stone?
No, nothing like that. But yep.
If you guys want to like. Chime in.
If there's dramatic timing at all, we'll come out and be like, yeah, it's in there, just as he's talking.
Yes, the stone is in there. However, it's been shattered into many pieces. It was in a locked chest of yours. It's been blown open.
At this point, this gentleman just like breaks down. There's absolutely like sobbing wildly. It's like,
oh no, it's okay.
Did you have any enemies that didn't like baked goods?
and he's just like tears streaming down his eyes. Like, all you're getting is sobs.
I know. I like pastry too.
I slap him. Snap out of it.
No.
And
I try and stop that.
You sort of like slap him across the face. He stumbles backwards, like holding his cheek, and he's just like,
Is that his burnt cheek or his other cheek?
I'm not going to slap him on his burnt cheek. Then.
oh, then holding this side because I'm pretty sure I described that side being burnt. It's like,
come on, man. The town's under attack. Get it together.
I'm sorry if I can't.
Come on, crate. Redstone.
I can't.
Word association right now.
The crate was just a storage spot. We had food and so forth. It was basically like a meat safe.
I cast a spell.
Okay.
Command.
Okay.
I say one word, calm.
All right. Is there a will save? Or is a...
Yeah, there is a will save, 15.
Well, I don't pass that. So you see him sort of like visibly like straighten up slightly, and then just like single breath out, and just calmly and methodically is like, I sent my daughter down to get food from to get a ham hock from the meat safe, and when she was down there, just all hell exploded around the house. We heard a crack of lightning, which tore the roof apart, and then another one hit the ground and just blasted the floor apart. And through the floor, I could see her with the meat safe open, and then just blinding light and explosion.
Okay, this is really important. Who was the last person to put something in the meat safe before that?
That was me.
Where did you get the delivery from?
From the butchers.
We should check out the butchers.
Have the butchers been hit?
We should check it out.
I guess.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Don't leave town. Actually, no, leave town. It's awful here.
Yeah, yeah. Really, like take everyone with you.
Yeah.
And his buddy's, he just like sort of nods to you and is like, all will be well. Meanwhile, like the mother in the rose sort of looks at this whole engagement is like, what did you do to him? What did you do to him?
He's calm. I made him calm.
Let the man grieve.
He can grieve, just calmly.
I think you should go now.
I'm going to give him 5 golds. Just like, help him get back up on his feet. It's not going to fix everything, but it's going to make it a little bit easier.
He sort of grabs it like, this is to the guy with the burnt face and so, oh, thank you, sir.
You're welcome. I hope things look better in the future.
All will be well.
Actually, how long does it last?
I think it's like a minute.
Lasts until they do the action. So
Okay.
So now he's just back to crying his eyes out.
Look, he's been calm. That'll wear off at some point.
yeah, I assume it'll just wear off at some point. Yeah.
Okay.
Jim.
At this point, the woman's like, I think you guys should go.
Yeah, we're going. We're going.
Yeah.
We're going to the butchery.
Okay.
So it's totally the butcher, right?
Maybe. As a side note, I realised what flavour that is. It's regular Doritos, but with salt and vinegar.
Fair enough.
Oh,
Yeah.
kind of want to try that out now. But you make your ways to the butcher's.
We get to the bottom of this.
Beat to the baker, now to the butcher.
That fucking candlestick maker.
So if the butcher is now making,
She's got to link in with the other game with all the candles.
if the butcher is now making pies, we've got him.
Took out the competition.
Yeah, he was taken out of the competition.
Meat pies.
And wait, what did this guy do again? The one that we just talked to? He was what was he?
Talk calmly with you.
No, but like what?
What was his job is
Yeah.
what you're asking.
You never
Yeah.
asked.
Yeah, we don't care.
Yeah, fair enough. But clearly he was jealous of this guy as well.
He's
Just
just
shut up. Jesus Christ. Fucking hell. I'm so sick of this shit.
It's just evil. Evil, evil. Evil, 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 evil.
This
Okay.
entire place is evil.
Okay. You start making your way through, northwest-ish, cutting through some of the back streets that Wick knows. As you make your way along, you hear there's a psst off to the side,
Yes.
and you just see this figure just like hood up, just like waving you over.
Give me a minute, guys. I'll sidle over.
You're the lot looking into the lightning strikes.
Yeah. What do you know about lightning strikes? Tell me what you know about lightning strikes.
They shouldn't be doing what they're doing. We know that much. Yeah. That's weird stuff.
Okay.
No one's put it together yet, but I reckon there is a connection between these.
I mean, we put that together.
Well, congratulations.
I mean, you just said nobody. Like, come on. What's it? What do you know? 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 What do you know?
All these lot here, they're all members of the book club.
The book club.
The book club.
Books are evil.
What's the book club?
The book club is what Lady Watka.
Ugh.
Is she the one who used to own cats?
She runs it. That's the only connection I can find. This is essentially one of your underworld contacts. Yeah. Giving you the
Good old Jimmy.
Jimmy Two Legs.
Jimmy One Face.
Jimmy completely uninjured. But yeah.
Jimmy Two Nostrils.
Jimmy unaffected by metal so far. What are we doing? But yeah.
Jimmy No Tentacles.
For now.
For now.
Until he meets Gnarly.
But dark sorry, in his future.
Seems like tempting fate. I love that.
Why would you give yourself that nickname? Weird. Anyway, yeah, sorry. Her book club. Don't know why it's connecting these lot, but and why all of a sudden there's lightning involved. But
Where's this book club meet?
at her house.
All right. Thanks. I'll flick him like a coin.
And he sort of catches it, flicks it into a little hidden pouch on the back of his belt, and then sort of just disappears into the.
Does he run away on his 2 legs?
Yes.
Cool.
Does he smell the coin to make sure it's actually gold? With his
Oh.
2 nostrils.
Chocolate.
I'll come back and tell you guys what I just heard. Say maybe we should check out this book club. This book club, Lady Wotka. We can go fuck up her shit too. It'll be fine.
You are well aware of who the Wotka family is. They are basically if it wasn't for the Burgomaster's family, these guys would be in charge.
Is there like a rivalry between them and the Burgomaster?
Not a sort of like a viciously one out in the open, but there's rumors that she wants the job.
But she likes cats and he likes dogs.
Oh, sorry, her husband wanted the job.
Right.
And her husband is dead.
Why not? But yeah.
Is he?
Seems like an important point.
Does her husband like pastry?
You are not aware of him being dead at this point. You've been in and out of the town, so
So he's totally undead or a vampire then.
Or just chained up in the basement.
yeah, she's
You don't know what they're into.
I'm not judging them.
Yeah, you don't know of the current health status of Master Wokta. Vokta? Vokta would probably be the way to pronounce that. It's probably one of those W's that are pronounced like a V because it's a German sort of pronunciation. Vokta.
I always thought that was kind of Russian as well.
Yeah, that's what you know.
We should go fuck up the place and find out what's going on. Rustle some jimmies.
Were we going to go to the butcher first, or
Look. I know this town. If they're telling me this, it means it's something. They're not wasting my time.
okay? Let's go and tell her about her cats.
See if she wants a cat back.
Yes, if she wants a cat back, we've still got it in a bag.
Gross.
How long have we been walking around with it?
Well, it's up to Wayu.
It hasn't been very long.
I mean, we've gone from one end of town to the other.
So you guys have been in possession with that cat for about 2 hours, all said and done. In that time, you've managed to get it killed again.
Struck by lightning again.
It could have been defibrillation. It may have started its heart again for a few seconds
Before it sizzled.
before it sizzled again. Yeah.
So what you're saying is we have a burnt corpse. We're carrying around a burnt corpse for cat.
Well, no, not we. Wayu.
Okay, why is carrying around the burnt corpse of a cat?
I wouldn't put it past him.
That's probably going to smell really bad.
That's what prestidigitation's for.
You guys are being
Alright.
dumb and gross.
Wayu's got some really weird...
Wait, why am I being gross?
This is all on Wayu, not us.
And how is it? How are we dumb?
You could just not investigate. You could not pull this thread, is what I'm getting at.
Okay.
Okay. You're aware of where Vokta House is, which is the name of the family mansion.
Just as an aside, from the outside point of view, we left the Burgomaster's house, walked around for a bit, and are now going to his rival that he specifically told us not to talk to.
Yeah.
He didn't tell us not to talk to them.
No, he just told you guys
Well-
not to tell anyone.
Yeah, I'm just like
He
saying it
didn't
might.
say anything about them.
Well, not them specifically, but the fact that they were involved, it might look a little suspicious if anyone happens to be watching us. Which I have got the impression lately that a few people are. So, yeah, just saying that as an aside.
I'm not really following what you're getting at.
I think Ulrich is paranoid.
I mean, I don't care. Anyone who comes at us, I'll kill them. But like, yeah, just
I think he's saying that the city guards might have been told, hey, just watch out, just in case they're heading over to Lady whatever her name is his place.
yeah, which we're
Vodka.
now done.
Yeah, I'm not saying that. I can't pronounce it.
Vokta.
Vodka.
That works.
Lady Vodka.
All right. What are your guys' plans?
I go up and knock on the door.
We're currently looking into a book club, so maybe we get our fast talking changeling person to
And the
be
guy who likes books.
to be the face of this little operation of insinuating yourself into this book club and find out what's going on.
Yeah, sure. In that case, I'm probably going to change appearances because most people don't really like the look of a hobgoblin.
Well, go ahead.
Yeah. I'm going to head off, like, round a corner, make sure no one's looking at me, and then...
Go into a phone booth. Yeah, we get it.
Yeah. Phone booth and just turn into a regular dude. Handsome dude.
Handsome dude. This is in your card, is it?
Does it have to be?
Well, where don't you need to get clothes?
I mean, I'm already wearing my fancy clothes.
True. All right, so you sort of sneak into like an alley and just like
Yeah.
ditto your way into a new form.
Yeah.
Gross. And at this point, I think Wick could lead the way to where Vokta House is.
Okay.
This is a fun one to say, Vokta House or Vokta.
I'll do that, but I'm trying to be all sneaky like.
Yep.
So I'm gonna sneak and sort of like pointing out the way, but I'm
Keeping hidden.
keeping hidden. Pretty good.
Pretty good. All right.
What?
You're at 11.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing that's above 20.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a 24.
Jesus Christ.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing's wrong with
I
that.
don't breathe lightning or any of that dumb shit.
Yeah, the lightning's not that good.
Can you cast spells and stuff? Because I can't cast spells and stuff. Asshole.
Okay. You make your way. You sort of avoid the city square on your way through. Take a weaving path sort of around the far side of the Blue Water Inn, up through some of the back streets, and heading back up towards the northern walls. Mm-hmm. The Vokta House is about 4 blocks away from where the Burgomaster's mansion is, so it's in the sort of the ritzy area of this town, which is not that big. But
I assume there's literally just 2 houses.
houses.
There's people and the Burgomaster.
there's a couple other families that are sort of slightly
there's-
better off, but these, the Burgomaster's family and the Votkas are sort of the prestige of the town. You make your way up to what you see. This house seems disgusted with itself. A slouching roof hangs heavy over furrowed gables, and the moss-covered walls sag and bulge under the weight of the vegetation. As you study the house's sullen countenance, you hear the edifice actually groan. Then you realize to which extent the house hates what it has become. It is not looking very well looked after. That's a nice little write-up. It's got some real
Some imagery right
It's
there.
got some imagery.
I'm kind of feeling like Narlag's overdressed for this now.
So I'm guessing the sconces are all rusted then. If it's,
Oh yeah, very much so. One you can just see like the
No one likes a rusty scones.
yeah.
you can see like
know.
that rusting stain that goes down like the wall where it's just like the water's been running down that and then just pulling rust out that reddy orange rust line down the stone.
No
wall.
visible
Bleaching eye.
lightning marks on the roof or anything.
No.
I'm gonna hazard a guess she hasn't been hit by lightning.
It's entirely possible. Narlag knocks on the door.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay like hidden.
I'm gonna stand behind you, looking pretty.
How far behind me?
Quite, I'd say.
This is. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna put an arm over Ulrich. I'm like, this is a sneaky mission. He's trying to get information. We don't need like the knight screaming at people. Maybe just like tone it down a little bit.
I mean, if we want him to be looking like some form of upper crust nobleman, having a bodyguard's not entirely out of the question.
Oh, that's why you just need to be like 10 meters away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've acted like a bodyguard before.
So I.
I tried.
All right. So you knock on the front door. Yeah.
Yeah.
You hear the sort of sounds of footsteps coming across the room, and you hear a small sliding window section of the door open up. And there's his eye peering through. It's like, state your business.
I'm here to see the lady of the house.
Who may I say is calling?
A gentleman in search of a book club.
You been invited?
Not directly.
Then piss off.
I would seriously advise you allow me to.
I'd seriously advise you piss off.
Please let me speak to the lady of the house.
She hasn't invited you? You don't talk to the lady.
I lean forward and whisper in his ear, "Do you want me to open the door for you?"
No, we shouldn't smash the doors. Yet.
And the door's just like...
I mean, can I try and roll intimidation on the we
Hold
shouldn't
on.
smash the doors yet?
I'll like signal for you to come over here. Like, okay, hold on. I see where we went wrong there. Okay, let's try this again. Like, just get a new face. This time, say you were invited. See how that goes.
Wait. I know. There's the guy we talked to, and I know what he looks like.
What guy?
The guy who had the face burnt off. I know what he looks like. I can probably assume what the rest of his face looked like.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll look like him.
Sure. Cool.
And you're gonna do this like 3 minutes after the last guy?
We'll take a walk. We'll take a walk around the block. We'll compare notes. We'll have notes on what's where we went wrong.
I'll go.
Come up with a new plan, and then we'll just circle back around.
I'll go and
Just
change.
do the same thing again, just a different place.
Hey guys,
guys, I fucked up.
Okay. I know where we went wrong.
I said I wasn't invited again, guys. I'm sorry.
hey guys, just to make sure everyone's clear, I won't be his bodyguard this time because the guy might get suspicious.
Actually, how about we just go talk to his sons? They're usually over at the Blue Water Inn.
Whose sons?
Her sons, Lady Vodka's sons.
I mean,
I liked your other plan.
yeah, I thought the other plan
Both plans are good. Do what you want to do.
we could do both.
I mean,
Well,
like,
both plans are plans.
I mean, while we're waiting to do this plan, we should go and talk to the sons,
Yeah,
and then we'll come back and
exactly.
do this plan. I like this
Yeah.
plan, so yeah, all right, and then we can get some food.
oh, you haven't eaten lunch yet?
That's true.
No, there was only cat on offering, and I wasn't a big fan.
Gross.
Double gross.
Have you eaten cat before?
Not undead cat, no.
I'm
Animal's an animal.
a bit curious as to why you've eaten cat, but I don't want an answer. So don't tell me.
I'm a dragon.
I still didn't want the answer.
I've been a lot of different animals. Yeah. All right. Let's go back to the inn.
Okay.
I mean, you've probably eaten many cats before as well. You don't know what's in this inn food.
Absolutely not. I have never eaten a cat.
Yes, not deliberately.
I see where you're going with that. Okay. You make your way down to the inn. It is, I think at this point now, about mid-afternoon, heading towards the later afternoon. The tavern is sort of beginning to fill up a little bit. Those who, well, don't care about what's going on around town don't mind relaxing. Those that are worried about what's going on around town need a drink to sort of take their mind off it. So the tavern's actually doing relatively well for a change. Making your way in. Rictavio is actually up on the balcony where the rooms sort of overlook the tap room. He's got a violin out and he's just sort of playing a tune to the tap room below. You can see, there's a lot of the folk in there sort of grabbing a drink, grabbing a feed. The Watka boys are over near the fireplace, and they're currently being entertained by a couple of sort of out of town hunters. They've got like a wolf pelt. One's got like a wolf pelt drawn over his shoulder. Then they're sort of telling tales of their various hunting expeditions. Erwin is busy around the bar, serving the folks that are coming up, and hasn't really noticed that you guys have made it in here yet.
Well, I guess go take it away. Those assholes are not going to talk to me. Have fun.
I have a plan for this.
Oh, good.
I'm gonna go grab one of the bottles from the cart.
Okay.
Yep. You walk past Wick holding one of the bottles?
No,
Okay.
Wick said he's not gonna be there.
Well, I'm there. I told you to go talk to them.
Oh, okay,
and
well
you
then, I am gonna walk past Wick.
All right, well, I'm going to smack it out of your hand.
I'm probably gonna try and not have it right in front of you.
Sleight of hand.
That's not what you said, though.
Yeah. It's a 16.
My passive is 20.
Yeah.
So, Narlag is basically like tucked bottle inside like vest, and it's sort of like just walking along like arms crossed, but it's like an awkward sort of walk, because who really walks arms crossed without trying to hide something? And you sort of look at that, you sort of spot that, and sort of, that's a bit weird. And you see like the bottle shaped bulge just below, sort of off on the offside from where you are. So he's trying to hide it from you, but you've just managed to sort of spot this bottle shape.
Oh, no. Not here.
Wick, do you want me to be able to persuade these two gentlemen or not?
I don't really give a shit about you talking to those two guys, but if you... Can I look at that bottle for a second? I'm just curious. Can you...
Absolutely not.
Well,
While they're talking, I go and grab some food and then go and sit down near the hunters and I just join in on their conversation.
Yep.
About hunting.
Okay.
we're like just straight up arguing about it.
You can see the Vokta brothers are
Vodka.
it's I always wanted to make the vodka, but it's Vokta. They're sitting there like they're leaning forwards. They've got a drink in their hand. They're enthralled with these stories that these two hunters are telling you. They're just talking about like taking down this large game. They're sort of talking about how the wolves seem larger and larger this season. So it's the one's talking about this wolf that's like 8-9 feet long. It was huge. And he points to his shoulders, like, and pulls this cloak over his shoulders, like at least twice as long as the one that I got this pelt from, and then sort of hangs it back over his shoulder. And these two boys are just like, That's incredible. I'm bloody glad we're inside these walls. For as much help they are.
I guess the storytelling would be performance.
Yeah.
So I'd give my own wolf story, or start telling my own wolf story. Ooh, that's not great.
Like a shit wolf story.
Yeah, I got to 10, but yeah.
I killed a wolf.
You basically start telling the story. And it's like, and how big was it? Or it's like you put your hands out. It's maybe like 5 feet apart, and you're like about this big, and they're like, one sort of leans in and like, the whole idea is meant to like either beef up the story.
It wasn't
or,
a great story, but it wasn't a bad story. I got average roll. I rolled exactly average.
No, you roll below average.
Well, I rolled it.
Your
My bonuses got me
ability
to exactly
to bullshit got you
to an average story. Yeah.
But so you were told a story about an average-sized wolf that you killed in an average-sized.
Yeah, I'm not trying to. I'm just like ingratiating myself. I'm not trying to like one up anyone.
But yeah, one of the hunters, they're not pissed off. They're just sort of leaning. It's like, buddy, the whole idea of these is like beef the story up a little bit, make it sound a bit bigger than it actually is.
All right then. I
And
got
it's
to
slightly-
12 this time.
And you start telling this other story, and it's exactly the same story, but this time you put your hands like as wide as you can go, and this hunter is like giving you the eyes like this, and like 2 thumbs up, like, yeah, you're doing it.
Oh, what's the How to Train Your Dragon meme that's going around right now?
Yes. The guy that sounded like he's like,
But yeah, I'm just talking to them and eating at the same time.
but yeah, they're not pissed off with you. They're just a little bit surprised that you sort of sat down and just rather than sort of telling the next, your story being that bit much better and bigger than the last story, is that you sort of pulled it back. It was like kind of upset the flow, but no one's really sort of annoyed about it. They're just more entertained about the fact that you thought this was the story to lead in with.
Yeah.
So your company is being enjoyed, probably not for the reason you're hoping for, but you're not unwelcome.
My company's never enjoyed for the reason I hope for.
Meanwhile, you two with booze.
Look, I'm not aiming to get everyone in this town having some of this. I just want those 2 boys to have a little bit tonight.
And I'm telling you, that's not going to happen.
Why? Why not those 2 boys?
I don't care who. It's not going to happen. Just so you know.
Fine. Nala goes upstairs.
Has a little cry.
No, he turns into a buxom wench and heads back down.
I mean, I'm following you.
Okay, you could have said so.
Like it's like I'm not letting you do this. All right, well, I'm just going to walk away, and then no, I'm following you.
So Nale walks into his room that he's got hired upstairs and comes back out as a buxom wench wearing a 3-piece suit.
Or like if he's being followed by him,
Yeah,
he's got to shut the door and lock it and then head out the window.
Yeah. So he
so
goes,
you're
Well, I'm listening at the door.
You're the burgomaster.
roll me perception on this one. This will be an active thing. And if you can give me a stealth roll with advantage because you've got a door between you. Oh, wow.
12 plus my stealth, which I think is like...
Which I don't think is going to be that great.
No.
I'm going to go 14.
14.
You only need a +3.
I got a 14 as well.
Oh, dang. Who wins in that one?
What's the...
I think you hear it. So you sort of hear the sound of like the window, just like the slight squeak of the window being pulled up.
All right, well, I'm going to go back downstairs to where those guys are.
All right, so you basically make your way back downstairs. You're going out the window?
Yeah.
Yeah? Because you have no idea whether he heard you or not.
Yeah.
There'd be no reason. Okay, so you sort of climb out the window. You can give me an athletics for climbing down there because you're on the 2nd level. 9. You you sort of grab hold of a down pipe and start climbing your way down. At a certain point, like you slip slightly. Very, very small. just take 2 points of damage as you slide down, like knock your hand a couple of points where the downpipe hits is connected to the wall, but don't manage to sort of like hit the ground too solidly, just enough that that wasn't the best effort.
Yeah.
And sort of you make your way back around here to the cart.
Yep.
Dave's sitting inside there, just sort of got his eyes, like 2 eyes on the whiskey brewery, 2 eyes on the distillation of the narcotics, and then sort of just like turns to you with those two sets of eyes stay in position, and the rest of his body just sort of like twist down underneath them, and sort of looks at you like, boss, what's going on?
Oh, we're just pulling a little bit of deception tonight. Someone's forcing us to take drastic measures.
That's where we shine, boss.
Most assuredly. So I turn into what looks like a generic staff member.
Mm-hmm.
Put on some just like servant's clothes.
Okay.
And I go in through the back entrance.
All right.
I mean, like, I'm assuming there's a back entrance. There always is.
Certainly is. All right. So yeah, you make your way around the back and open up the back door. Make your way in. You're going through sort of like the kitchen section. There's a couple of pots just sort of boiling away. You can hear, I forget what her name is, but essentially, Erwin's wife is at the stove, essentially just like pouring bits and pieces into pots of broth that are cooking away.
Yeah.
If you can give me a stealth roll.
Ah, God damn it.
Nope.
It can't be deception.
Well, she hasn't seen you yet.
Okay, well then, yeah. I guess that's 5.
All right, and you sort of
She sees you now.
Yeah.
yeah. So you walk through and it's like you hit like a metal serving tray and it makes a little clang sound. She turns around and she's like, "Hey, who are you?"
Oh, just here to do a little bit extra.
I don't reckon. I guess we're busy. Oh no, everyone's obviously putting some more staff on. If you can, and she gets that plate there, that serving tray that you've got. There's these spoons out, like the 3 or 4 bowls of this broth. And it's like, these ones here for table 7.
All right, I go out and to table 7. We've been there like a couple of days. Would have worked?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. And I look at like, is Wick downstairs?
Yeah, Wick has gone down and joined the conversation of the 2 hunters.
I'm sort of standing a little bit away from where they are,
Okay.
but like where I can sort of see the place.
How long
and-
has all this taken?
Probably about 5 minutes of him going.
Okay.
You're
'cause-
telling dumb wolf stories.
Yeah, because if it had taken longer, I was just going to lead the conversation to the fact that I have a mage friend and that he likes books, and I've heard of this book club.
Well, you can get there. We got a sub game going on right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you serve to the table 7. You can see Wick sort of manoeuvring his way around the perimeter of a conversation. Ulrich is at the epicenter of said conversation. And you sort of looking over your shoulder, like place this black plate down, is like,
Hey, can I make a stealth check to see if he sees me?
sure.
Wait, hold on. You didn't say he was stealthing around there.
He did say he was going around the perimeter.
I can say what I'm doing now. I'm hiding.
But we already said that I saw you. So
Sorry, that was me doing that. Roll it.
I get to say what I'm doing, right? I'm trying to be sneaky, like keeping an eye on the place.
Oh, goody.
Ouch.
That's a good one. I got a 30.
30. So you're looking over. You can see. You think you spot. I'm going to cover myself here a little bit. You think you spot Wick in one area, but you sort of glance back over again after sort of serving the plates out, and it just seems to have like disappeared into part of the crowd. So you think he's floating around here somewhere, but where that is.
Okay.
Yeah.
That
But you got a vague.
that doesn't change my plan. I think
Yeah.
he's watching, but he doesn't realize who I am yet. So
You hope.
yeah. So I'm just gonna like wait until the brothers have empty glasses and then like go refill them with the bottle.
All right. Ulrich,
I
Wick.
do exactly what I just said before. Yeah,
You start sort of steering the conversation in the way of like bookliness.
I call attention to the fact that I've got a mage friend. I've heard of this book club. Has anyone else heard of it? He likes books.
The two of them sort of like go like subtle. I love it. It's
I'm good at subtle.
The two hunters are sort of looking at you as like the whole like shrug emoji. Like, what do you? We're talking hunting.
No, well, I was directing this at the brothers.
I know.
Yeah.
And the two
Fucking books, you nerd.
why you in the background is like
As he's reading through his spell books.
yeah. This is kind of the whole takes one to know one deal. But and the two Watkers, Wakters, I'm gonna struggle with that one every fucking time. They're sort of looking at you as like, and sort of look at each other, and then sort of look back at you, and our mum does some sort of book club for some of the folks around town. But that's her thing. That's nothing to do with us.
Okay, cool. I'll tell my wizard friend about it. So he can anyone just rock up?
I think you need some sort of invite. She's got to know of you. You got to. Yeah. I don't know. She does her thing. We do ours.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I'm just going to. Oh God. Yeah, I got to another. I tell the exact same story.
And this wolf,
Yeah.
it was like this big. And the guys are sort of sitting around there, and you get through the end of this story, and the two hunters are just sort of looking at each other, and just like they both like, this has got to make it more interesting. Like chug their drink down. The two brothers are just like, you want another drink? You want another drink? Yeah. And they're sort of like, they start signaling over to Erwin. It's like with their drink glasses, it's like rattling us and just like waving. And he
That's a good idea. I'll have one too.
Erwin is sort of like looks up from the thing. Is like raises a finger, so acknowledging, and then Wick, what are you doing?
I'm keeping an eye on what's happening next.
All right.
From my hidden vantage point.
At this point, you're sort of like you manage to sort of like meld amongst this conversation. That you have sort of this group that's just in sort of a not quite a circle, but it's like a cluster of people. It's almost like two little circles of people.
I look over at Narlag and say, "Buxom human wench. Drinks all round."
Describing things in room. You there.
Right, old governor. Obviously, I hang around this inn a lot, so I sort of know who the people are that work here in the place.
I did say disguised as one of the staff.
You said as generic stuff.
You said generic
Yeah.
person.
Yeah, well, generic staff member.
Okay.
So like sort of composite of all the people who work there. So I look like I blend in.
Yeah.
I don't
Okay, but like, you're not like replicating a specific person who works there. Okay. So is it feasible for me to go, I've never seen that person before?
Roll. Fuck, gotta roll this one.
It would be a performance, wouldn't it? On
Be
his
insight,
count, and
right?
then maybe.
I feel like it's insight.
I mean, that would also be my deception, right?
It'll be a deception from you,
Cool. I've got advantage on that.
and it'll be insight from you.
I'll just have to roll good then. I didn't roll good.
19.
19. Okay. You see this staff member, generic staff member, mixed staff member. McStarface.
I mean, I also know that like we're dealing with the shapeshifter right now.
yeah.
So I can just assume on the the
Yeah,
safety
but that's
side.
part of the insight roll, though, isn't it?
Well, no, that's to know, but I'm also like, I know that I'm dealing with a shapeshifter, right?
Okay, so you're
As the drinks are being poured for them,
Hold up,
put my,
hold up. What's
thing forward.
what's actually happening?
So Narlag is going to go behind the bar, get a couple of mugs, fill them with about an inch each of the Golden brew, and then the rest with beer, and then bring it to the table.
Cool.
okay.
And then he's going to take all the clean mugs. All the,
As I see somebody approaching the table with mugs, I'm going to detach myself from where I am in the crowd, and in what is probably not going to be that convincing drunk person stumble, collide bodily with the waitress carrying the mugs.
why are you doing that?
Because I know that you're trying to get them to drink the thing,
But you don't know.
and I don't give a fuck if they get their drinks. I don't know that you're currently trying to do the thing that's happening. Because I do know that.
There's there's a bouncer kind of guy, isn't there?
I know you tried to lose me.
Yeah. But you haven't seen Narlag come back in. And you also...
I also know you can look like anybody.
Yeah, but you also know that, you don't not recognize somebody.
I look at the hunters and say, that guy's trying to attack that woman. We should chuck him out. He's clearly drunk.
Okay.
All right, well then, fuck it. I don't do any of this. Just go nuts. No. No, I leave. I leave the tavern. I don't give a shit. And I'm done.
I mean, I thought we were done with this plan anyway. Aren't we going back to the vodka woman and pretending to be...
I've left the tavern. It's fine.
Yeah.
Do what you want.
Well, I don't know any of this. I don't know what's going on with either of you. From my point of view, I've just seen a drunk guy attack the bar... Well, not attack the barmaid, but, fall into the barmaid.
No, I didn't do that.
No, I was going
Because I had no reason to do that, so I've just left. It's fine. And I don't give a shit.
But also, yeah...
So what happens with the barmaid?
We've got the information out of the guys.
Do your plan.
Yeah.
I want to see how this plays out now.
Okay. Let's go serve those 5 guys a drink.
Are we genuine? Okay, we happy with that roll forward?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I quaff the drink and then go, good day to you, gentlemen. And then leave. Because we've got the information.
To roll back in. Wicker's...
I don't know. I'm looking around and I don't see.
Okay, you're looking around and don't notice that you see sort of generic bar person making their way towards and fill, to fill the drink. You are sort of looking around the room trying to find someone that's genuinely, obviously, Narlag. Narlag in barmaid outfit goes up and sort of serves these 5 drinks off to the conversational party. Collects up the other ones and sort of heads off.
Yeah.
Yep. You're going to quaff yours?
Yep, and then leave.
Because I think you're immune to...
No, I'm not.
You're not. Okay.
You're immune to poison, though.
To disease, I believe.
It's
Isn't it?
disease. It's not poison.
Yeah, I looked it up afterwards. Yeah.
Oh, damn. You're about to have a fun night.
You also only put a small dose in.
Well, basically
You
two
put-
shots. Yeah, basically two shots of whiskey.
You put a restricted dose, watered down.
Yeah. Purposely not putting too much in.
What's the save?
We haven't established that.
It hasn't happened to someone that involved rolling dice at the point.
Well, yeah, I quaff. I mean, what's its lead time to
I don't think
start?
you get to backpedal on the second he drinks the thing that you don't want him to drink. Oh, I didn't put very much in of the thing I'm trying to do.
I did specifically say there's only a couple, an inch or two in the mug. But
I don't think you get to backpedal on the consequences of what you're doing.
Oh no,
just
I'm not,
because
I'm not trying to.
Okay.
I think it was in one of the previous villages. Like, I actually gave you like a shot of it, and you just drank it, and were like, "Oh yeah." This
Yeah,
is
we
effective.
thought it was.
We thought he was immune to.
Yeah, at the
Yeah,
time, but
yeah,
it's
that-
actually
that-
disease.
That's why I'm going. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think you very much have to pin down exactly what this thing does if you're going to start doing this.
Like I said, cocaine. It just behaves like cocaine.
I mean, rules like effects and like game rules for what's happening because. Like,
Well, I know-
like it's weird and undefined right now.
Third ed used to have poisons. This I don't know about fifth ed. I
There's a
assume,
bunch of different
I assume
poisons.
there are
But
poisons.
they just do damage.
Yeah, okay. They don't have specific effects or anything. Well, I guess they would after if you have more and more.
I've looked
but,
into poisons for rogue stuff, and they do all. There's lots of different constitution saves involved, and they like do some status effects in some cases, and mostly they just do damage.
Well, I can roll a con save.
Yes, please.
A shame it's not charisma. I get 220.
That's pretty high.
That is pretty high.
I have a +5.
Nice.
But yeah, I gesture at Wayu and say, "Come on, let's leave." And then I say to the hunters, "But it was actually this big." And then I leave.
Do you use your sword for extra length?
Yeah.
Nice.
No, I use my glaive.
Looking through the ingested poisons.
My glaive's longer.
Yeah, you probably have enough strength to be able to hold it in one hand, so you can. Actually, you've got the glaive and the glaive spear as well.
And the spear, yeah.
Yeah. So like that big.
Yeah.
It's as long as this room. Yeah. The unfortunate thing is we never really did any proper building on the on what the whiskey does, aside from just getting people high. There was never any mechanics behind it.
All right, it does now because it gives them a short-term dose of a madness, which involves vivid hallucinations and disadvantage on ability checks.
Wicked.
So con save was what?
20.
20. There it goes. All right. So, you sort of quaff and start telling your story, and meanwhile,
No, I quaff and go, "I see you, gentlemen, but it was actually this big," and then I leave.
Okay.
So this is like the last statement rather than a story.
Yep. And the other two sort of like basically the four of them sort of like cheers to you, and then the conversation sort of strikes back up again as they talk backwards and forwards, and you can see, I'm assuming you're watching over them at this point. They're sort of just while one group is talking, the other group is just like drinking away, and then they'll sort of the other side will switch and then start talking. So they're drinking through their drinks. You make your way outside, and you sort of just start feeling like a little bit lightheaded. It's sort of like, whew, bit of a stronger drink than normal. And it's just, in the outside air, like all the colours just seem a little bit more vibrant than they used to. This is basically just essentially you passed. You're getting a bit of a mild effect of what's going on. Watching over the group, you watch as the two brothers are sitting there sort of like talking about things that are happening around town to the hunters, and the hunters are just sort of like leaning in, sort of going like wide-eyed and just like really enthralled with this conversation. It's just like you're sort of peering your eyes around them. Roll me a perception.
Not very good. I think that's a 7.
At a cursory glance, they look like they're sort of under the influence, but without sort of getting right in and sort of like start checking, flushness of skin or anything like that, you can't quite tell. But yeah, it looks like the hunters are succumbing. The two brothers seem to be a little bit more resilient.
They're seasoned drinkers.
Yeah. All right. What's your plan from there?
Just keep serving them drinks until I can tell that they're plastered, and then head back round, turn into Narlag, and go talk to them.
Okay. So basically, just what's it, normal drinks at that point, or
No, for the brothers, like the still giving them the whiskey,
yep.
and then the other two just regular drinks.
Are you hiding outside or?
I don't know. I'm not there.
Outside though.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Because I look at Wire and say, oh, where are our friends? Like,
'Cause, yeah, why you
We've
sort
got
of
the
follow-
information we
why
need.
you follows you out because he's wondering what's going on. Whereabouts would you be outside?
I don't know. Just outside the inn, I guess.
You're sort of just sitting there, sort of leaning against one of the posts, posts of, like the stables, just sort of looking down at the ground, sort of not really liking where the evening went on that, or the afternoon went on that one there. And these two sort of
we got the information we need. Where's
What
drug guy?
What information did we get?
That they don't have that much information. We may as well go with the other plan that we had.
So we didn't get any information.
Yeah.
We're exactly where we were before.
Yes.
Cool. Got it? Cool.
I can go and kick in that door. I'm good at kicking in doors.
I mean, the plan before was Narlag, so...
Oh yeah, that's right. Where is he?
We're waiting for Narlag.
all right. Okay, inside, you've fed these guys booze for like the next, I would say, probably about half an hour at this point. Eventually, you can sort of see that the whole group is well and truly under the effect. What's your plan?
Head upstairs into the room.
Mm-hmm.
There's probably just like a generic set of clothes in there for men. Just Narg's clothes.
Well, you got all your clothes are in your cart. That's been canonical.
Oh, okay. Well then, yeah. Like I'll go into Narg's cart and then swap out back in.
So you're going out back out the back.
Mm-hmm.
So you roll me stealth to not just get served more work.
Yeah.
So you try to make your way around, way out the back, and Erwin's wife is like, "Cool, here's your next load."
No, done with my shift. I'm done for the night. Done for the night.
Roll deception.
I'm good at that. It's a 6 plus 14.
14. She's like, it's early. We're fine.
Gotta get to my kid.
And she sort of like, with a half like loads the tray of herself and like rushes out to the floor.
Head on out.
So yeah, going around the back, head to the cart. Narlag attire? You guys are somewhat near the stables. So, if you want to listen out for Narlag at this point,
I mean, how long's it been? Like half an hour or
about
something?
half an hour.
By this point, are there any kids around playing? I'm probably just playing hopscotch or something with kids. I'm bored.
This is nighttime, isn't it?
It's evening.
Is it?
It's like late afternoon.
Like,
early
is it
evening.
like skipping rope? I'll just be like, I don't know, like
the?
throwing a spear at a wall.
I think it's more that. I think you're just like you're bored and you're just like getting your javelin and just like launching it at a signpost across the way and then walking over, pulling it back and coming back over and just like it's just basically doing that. Roll me perception. Actually, I think you just
2.
Given that your passive is 20.
Would you have any reason to be stealthing at that point? No. So yeah, you hear basically like the sound of the back of Narlag's cart like close, the sound of like shuffling through as though someone's getting chased.
I mean, I can't think of a reason why we're on the same team anymore. He's actively working against in villainous ways. So I cannot imagine why I'm thinking that we're on the same team at this point. This is what's happened. I mean, I'm waiting around for whatever's happening next. I'm just being paid to be here.
As in, you're not gonna just outright attack Narlag?
No.
Okay, that's good. Narlag hops out. Does he see any of you guys?
Well, he's just throwing spears.
I assume Wyo's doing something. Probably
Well,
reading.
Yeah, why he's basically just still sort of just like waiting, trying to wondering where you guys are, sort of tapping his foot, flicking through his books.
Gentlemen, have we obtained any information from the two men? I saw you and Morden leave.
Yeah, they told me that they didn't know that much. You just need an invitation. I'm sure we can make that up. Did you get any information out of them?
Not yet. I'm about to go back in.
Okay.
How are you doing, Wick?
He just stares at you.
Alright. Head back in. Play buddy-buddy with them.
Right.
Well, they're mind controlled now, right? Or they're under the effects of the thing.
Yeah.
Can't this be worth something if that plays out now? This now has to play out.
Yeah.
Something has to happen that they've now drunk
I would think
the
they'll
evil
probably
whiskey.
be quite good friends with him. In fact, and probably willing to
What does
take you to
what
the
does
mother.
the evil whiskey do to a person now that they've been tricked into drinking it?
Yeah, I was just trying to
Let us see what happens in this scenario now.
Basically, they just get,
You should
Okay.
I mean, well, we don't know. This is what we're going to find out. We're going to find out what happens to people who have been tricked into drinking this thing.
Okay, so you make
Presumably,
your way.
like, Ugolinac has some kind of plan for getting people to drink this thing. He may not have told you what that was.
Yeah, it's entirely possible for an elder god.
Okay, so you make your way back in, and just make a beeline straight for the group. Or, yeah.
Go in. Gentlemen, how are you tonight?
And you just see like four faces like in unison just sort of like turn and all sort of look at you, and they are
Wired to fuck.
yeah, there's basically huge pupils going on. One of them's got a bit of a sweat going on, and they're just looking. He's like, "Look at Mr. Fancy Man."
How are you doing tonight, gentlemen?
All is definitely well.
That sounds most excellent.
You come to tell some stories.
Of course.
And I regale them with the tale of the blood flume.
Oh yes. So you're telling the story of basically riding down the hill on this knocked down tree through a river of sort of blood slurry from the hill, and the two hunters are just sort of looking at you like sort of wide eyed and just like enthralled, like leaning in every little bit, every now and then, like whoa, and they are eating out of your hand.
The two brothers?
The two brothers are just sort of looking at you. They're a little bit later in the piece for the for sort of coming under, so they're sort of just a little bit slower to respond, but they're beginning to lean in and sort of watch, and they are enthralled.
Nice. Try to steer the conversation in like, let's head back to someone's place, and hopefully the two brothers' place.
Okay, well, there's...
Assuming like we've been conversing for some time, it's like, gentlemen, I'd love to keep having a lovely night with the rest of you, but I've been prohibited from selling my particular brand of alcohol here. I've
if you're willing to, we can head back to someone's place and continue the party there.
Why would we need to do that? The booze here is perfectly good.
It's
There's one sort of like leaning in. There's like one eye's like slightly closed at this point. It's sort of looking at you, like trying to focus with the other. With the other one's like, this stuff is.
it's not theirs.
One of those giving like the chef's kiss emojis. Or look at.
I can assure you, anything that they've got, I've got that's 10 times better. And like pulls out like this, the bottle and shows them.
One of them sort of like wobbly, sort of leans in and sort of looking at the label and sort of like running their finger across the letters, but it's like, and then sort of drifts away from the labels, just watching their finger. It's like, huh. No, tap it.
Would you like a taste? Uncork it and hand it to him.
One of the sort of takes a sniff and is like, and takes a little swig. It's like, whew. It's got quite the aftertaste.
It's wonderful, wonderful stuff.
You say you're not allowed to serve it here.
I'm not allowed to serve it here. If I could sell it to the barman here, I would, but he doesn't want any.
One of the Wokta boys is like, raises his hand up. Was like, Erwin. He's like waving him over. Like, and Erwin so makes his way over. He's like, lads, what's up? And sort of looking over at you, I was like, what's going on?
Oh, nothing much. I was just telling these boys about how I've asked to sell you my alcohol stash, and you declined.
And he looks at us like, yeah, it's because I don't make it. Our family makes the wine for this place.
Which I completely understand.
What are you doing now, like?
Oh,
Why are you trying to pimp your stuff in my bar?
I never said I was trying to pimp my stuff in your bar.
Then why they're asking about it?
Oh, I asked if they wanted to try it, but they'd have to leave the
So you're pimping your stuff in my bar?
Well, I suppose I'll just leave then.
Do you just try and piss me off every time you come here?
Not every time. I was here for lunch, remember?
So some of the times you just accidentally do it.
Sometimes accidentally, and other times it's just, I'm just being quiet.
I'm assuming you're going to be sleeping in your van tonight.
Oh, yes, definitely. Or at one of these gentlemen's
Well, off you
houses.
go then.
All right. Gentlemen, would you like to come with?
No, they can stay here.
I don't
I'm going to
appreciate-
make sure that these guys are looked after. I'll even make sure they've got beds upstairs.
Gentlemen, would you like him to answer for you, or would you like to have some more of the booze?
One of them leans in and is like, I got problems with my legs right now. I think I'll hang here for a bit. This is like blinking out of sequence. And Erwin's is looking at you, is like, go on.
And the brothers?
The brothers. Let's see. One of them sort of turns to Erwin and is like, Erwin, you do good wine. This guy's got something else I want to try it as well, but doesn't mean I'm not going to be back again tomorrow. And you know our money's good. And he sort of gets up and is a little bit wobbly, but sort of like steadies himself on his knee and sort of gets up and then like gets up on the other leg and is just like, whew, it's been a while. And then sort of brushes his face slightly and is like, oh, I've been this piss for a long time. Whew. And then starts to sort of like follow you out. The other brother is staying put.
No worries. Got one of them. That means they can get us in.
All right. The door of the inn opens up and Narlag strides through, followed by a quite wobbly Wokta brother.
Come on, let's go back to your place, and we'll have some more of this. And I hand him a bottle and let him take a swig.
How do we go?
What?
No, I mean, I'm stupid enough to go along with it, so...
Are we going as one big group, or are you like leading this person you've been sweet talking by yourself? Doesn't seem like a thing where we would go as one big group.
I mean, like Narlang is like doing the nod to get you guys to at least follow, if not.
I would go over and start talking to him again about hunting.
At this point, the wolf story is probably going to be really awesome.
Yeah, and I like tell him some of the stories of like our travels.
As you're walking along, and the guy sort of like stumbles slightly, he sort of like stumbles into you, and there's like grabs hold of like one hand like grabbing hold of like the back collar part of your plate armor just to like steady himself, and you're sort of like walking along holding him up by your neck, and he's just sort of
That's something I could probably do.
yeah, basically just like he's supporting his weight on your armor. Wayu's like, what's going on?
Is he like right next to me asking me what's going on, or just?
He's like, what have you done?
Oh, I've persuaded this one after getting him heavily inebriated to follow or to allow us into his home.
That's your brand boozer he's got there.
Might be.
I forget, how much does YU know about that?
Why he doesn't care.
Okay.
Yeah, and I would just assume he's drunk.
Right. Well, fair enough. And so follow me along. Wick.
Yeah, I'll just follow on. It's gonna be a weird thing when we all get to the house.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. You make your way up to the front door, and the lad, which I actually probably should give you the name of at some point.
Bill.
No, I've got names for him.
Oh.
James.
Jehovah.
This is
David.
This is Nikolai.
Nikolaj.
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 Nicholas.
Nikolaj.
We can stop doing that bit.
It's a fun bit.
It's a fun bit. He like pulls a key off his belt and opens up the door, and it's like stumbles through the door forwards.
Oh my god, there's lights. What the hell?
Yeah. And he stumbles through and like steadies himself on this post that's on the far side of the inside the door, and like stumbles back and forth slightly, and like whew. Give me 2 seconds. I was just gonna steady myself while Ryan finds the section that he needs to get to. Bloop.
I'm really regretting not wearing a jacket.
Okay. He.
Is the premise right now all four of us are rolling along into this guy's house?
Or at least Narlag and here. Like, if you guys are coming along too, then I guess.
Well, I'm asking what we're doing.
Well, as I said, I would have just started talking to him about hunting again, and I don't see why he would have questioned me being there.
Yeah.
So I would have,
All right. Well, then I'm just hanging back then.
Cool.
Hanging back outside?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I assume this is another house you probably would have had dealings with
Maybe.
in your Robin Hood past.
So you could have just broken us in.
Okay.
Well, he could have broken him. I can't see him breaking me in.
I mean, we got like 2 steps into a plan before and then decided to do something else. So
Yeah.
Okay, so you make your way through the front door, Nikolai, yeah, is sort of gets to it's a small sort of opening. There are stained glass doors in wooden frames that leading back out of it. He sort of goes forward, like stumbles forward, like opens the door. And turns off to the left, and is just like signaling for you guys. Just like wanders through, and following through, you go through to like an empty dining room, and he sort of veers off to the right, and there is a parlor room. There's 3 elegant couches set around like an oval table made of black glass. All in front of a hearth that's got a fire blazing in it at the time. Above it hangs a portrait of a smirking nobleman sporting a broken nose and a tangle of hair graying at the temples. Several smaller portraits, a similar sort of family look, are around the rest of the walls. And Nikolai sort of signals for you guys to take a seat, and he wobbles his way over to a drink stand, like grabs glasses and like comes over, like drops them down on the table, as like, and just sort of signals to you for the round of drinks.
All right, pour out a drink for him, and then get my flask of water out and pour it out for everyone else. Hopefully, I can sleight of hand that.
Okay.
Natural 20, fuck.
Sure.
Oh, I was...
So you're pouring water for everyone except for Nikolai?
Yeah. No. For Nikolai and whatever the brother's name is.
No, it was only the...
Only one brother came.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Then yeah.
So you're pouring water for the rest of the party?
Yep.
You pour that out, sort of. Yu sort of grabs his glass and takes a sniff and gives you like a sideways glance.
No, just gives him a wink.
It's like you see him just sort of like cast at the glass just to sort of give it like a spritz, and then all of a sudden there's like little bubbles of water come up like it's soda.
Shit.
I say, I'm good. My stomach's feeling a bit weird from the last thing I drank.
Fair enough.
But then Nikolai sort of sits down in the chair, grabs his glass, and sort of like goes to cheers with you, and just like swigs that down, and it just sort of sits there and like wobbles slightly, and then just rolls back. His eyes roll back in his head, and he just falls backwards into the couch.
And he's asleep.
Oh yeah.
Excellent. All right, open the front door and signal for Wick to come in.
I'll stay out here.
Are you
Keep
sure?
an eye on things. I don't know what we're doing in there.
Well, I mean, we need to search the house for for the red rock things, and the person who can sneak around the house is probably going to be the best.
I'm staying outside and keeping watch.
Okay.
I don't know what you're doing in there. We were trying to find out about the book club, and you've just broken into the house.
We didn't break it. We were invited in.
Okay, but that's what's happened right now. So,
all right. Well, let's try and find the library of the house.
I'll take him to his bedroom.
That's probably a good idea.
I put him on my shoulder, and then just start walking around. I basically look for the butler dude.
Okay, you start sort of like pacing around, and you hear the sound of just like in the next room is just like a clearing of the throat. It's like, can I help you, gentlemen?
This thing on my shoulder probably belongs to you.
when you were first off. You were a Narlag look when you first knocked on the door, right?
No,
No,
I was
it was-
generic human.
Generic
Yeah.
human, alright.
Well, generic.
But you were there, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Right. He's like, hey, weren't you at the door earlier?
Yes.
You were standing a fair bit back though.
The whole idea of,
It-
of a view hatch
You,
is to be able
you
to
don't
view.
forget me.
That's true.
How'd you get inside?
This guy invited me.
And he sort of walks up and sort of grabs the hair at the back of those. And I was like, fucking hell. Drops it back down again.
He has a problem with drinking.
Not normally this early.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was a bit stronger because my stomach was felt a bit weird after.
So, if you don't mind, hand him over. You lot can get out. You've done your work.
You can hold him. Just dump him on him.
So I was like, you dump him heavily, and this guy's like, ugh. And like, right. Off you go.
I can put him in his bed if you want.
So can I. It's my job.
Okay.
Right?
If I may, he promised us an audience with his mother. Not anything major, just he said that we could speak to him just for a moment or two.
I'll hear that from him when he wakes up.
Very well.
In the meantime, off you go.
In that case, just my name is Narlag. He knows my name as well. Just confirm that, and I'll be back tomorrow.
Narlag. Right. Good evening, Mr. Narlag.
Thank you.
And he sort of just like signals for the towards the front door.
I guess we can't really do anything other than like try to knock him out or just leave.
I mean, we could go with the other plan, which still works.
What plan? What plan now?
Well, talking. So, I mean, I can't be there anymore, but essentially, you being in a different face and getting a talk to the mother. Wasn't that the original plan?
Yeah.
At this point,
Great job, everyone. We ran around and did nothing.
Yeah, but I mean, we got the information. I did what I thought the original plan was gonna work, and then we decided to do something else. So
I mean, you ran and did something else, is what happened.
no, I didn't. That wasn't me.
Okay.
I went with what was decided.
Yeah. I don't really follow what's happened here. I don't follow what's happened. There was a thread at some point, and now I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I've kind of lost it as well.
as it currently stands, you're trying to find the source of where these red stones are coming from. The one link that you've got is a contact of yours is let you know that the people that have been struck are members. The one thing they got in common is they are members of this book club.
No, I'm clear on that. It's just that what we went about doing in response to that is baffling to me. So,
Well, I was ideally going to get them drunk, get them to let us in their house, and then we could search the house.
for what?
For, like, the red stones.
Okay.
Yeah. But now we got told to leave.
I'm also happy with the original. Oh well, with the plan of going and talking to the butcher, and then maybe getting an invite from him.
If he is related to it.
I mean, he's going to have something to do with it.
At this point, the front door opens up, and you agree with the vision of Wayu coming out first.
Yeah, no, like...
Narlagan, Ulrich making their way out looking, I don't know, probably a little dejected at this point.
Yeah, we went through a lot of effort to try and get them drunk and get them in there. Well, at least Narlag did.
And at this point, I think we might try and call it for the night because I think the energy's a little bit off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's fair.
And that's this week's episode of the Sunday Sessions. You can email the crew at isolatedcitygaming@gmail.com, follow us on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter at Isolated City Gaming, and if you like what you hear,
tell a friend. We're available across a lot of platforms: iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, and on YouTube. Just search for Isolated City Gaming or The Sunday Sessions. Catch you out there.